This is your home for the Broncos. Spring Hill Sports Live.
Plenty of time, loads up, lets it fly down the sideline. He wants Torres, he's got to come back, he makes the catch. Down, Jackson Torres! There's a chance for Spring Hill. Back set, Hill for Serpan.
A nice touch there, looking for Rainforth, and he's able to find the back of the net. A first touch volley. The substituted freshman, Odell.
Gano looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos on a 3rd down and 4 from the 5.
It's time for the Broncos on your home for Spring Hill High School athletics. Spring Hill Sports Live.
And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to game number 2 here of this 2024-25 seasons as we are back to Emporia, back to the Paul Terry Classic. And off a really good night of basketball for the Broncos. I'm sure they were happy to get back out here on the floor here on this Friday the 13th afternoon. Nothing more Friday the 13th than playing basketball at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, and that's where we're at right now.
Yes,
happy to be here. The Spring Hill Broncos, both teams 1-0. Lady Broncos coming off a good handily won game, 52-18 over the host Emporia on Tuesday night. Just a drubbing by the Broncos. They jumped out early and never really looked back. In that ball game, 18 points from Isla Herman, 11 points from Aubrey Meter, and 9 points from Addie Bond to kind of pace the Broncos, 7 points from Callie Rodden. And they just really asserted their dominance early on. Isla Herman really got going, had a pretty good clip early on as well, and never looked back. We'll bring in my partner here today, Curtis Kaiser, once again on the road with me. And Curtis, the girls coming out shorthanded a little bit, certainly because no Sydney Busher and some of the other preseason injuries that they had, but looked pretty good in game number 1.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it a lot last broadcast on Tuesday, but it was started at the defensive end. And honestly, coming into this season, I kind of thought we'd hang our hat on the offense because you look at the returners that we have and the percentage of points that they score versus, the 3 seniors that graduated, and I thought, wow, offensively, girls should be really, really good this year. And I tell you what, they were good offensively, but what impressed me the most was their defense. And granted, that was coming up against Emporia. Emporia, a very, very good basketball team last year, graduated some, so we didn't know what we had in the opponent that we were playing against. But I got to like, and I think Coach Huss has got to like where the Broncos are at defensively. And so looking for more of that here tonight. Excited to get going here against a good Topeka Hayden squad. So happy to be here.
And that defense stayed throughout the entire ball game despite being up pretty handily. They were able to keep that energy high throughout the contest. We saw that on the boys' side as well, playing defense. We'll break them down a little bit more and talk about the boys' game here as we roll on through this Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Of course, Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Orthodontics are experienced, highly trained orthodontic specialists with decades of combined experience and locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and Overland Park. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. We'll continue on the Comfort Designs pregame show. We'll look at that boys matchup as well and get you ready for tip-off in this one as we're about 11 minutes away from game number 2 of this new season. Glad you're able to be with us here on this weekend. Broncos and the Wildcats coming up this afternoon on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Stuck, overwhelmed, anxious? Whether you're struggling to unwind, seeking meaningful connections, or just need a shoulder to cry on, the staff at Allies Therapeutic Services in Spring Hill is here for you. with experience in a wide range of services and a compassionate, judgment-free approach. Allies will help you tackle challenges in a supportive environment, working together to find a path to healing and growth, because everyone needs an ally. Visit alliestherapy.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Welcome back out here in Emporia High School. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Curtis Kaiser, as we settle in here for a boys and girls basketball doubleheader tonight as the Spring Hill Broncos make the trek up I-35, down I-35, I guess, to Emporia in this Paul Terry Classic, taking on the Hayden Wildcats here today. Hayden Wildcats coming in at 1-0. The girls, they won 55-24 over Trinity Academies. So this is a round-robin tournament, so there's not really a championship of any kind. On the girls' side of the bracket, this would be the championship game, I think, after seeing both teams play. So we will see how the girls match up against what would be the Hayden Wildcats, the third-place finishers in Class 3A a year ago. Perennial powers, have played in multiple state titles and have won a few as well. They were in 3A last year. They've moved up to 4A in basketball this year, so maybe a little bit tougher row for them into the postseason, but still going to be a very good team, very competitive, athletic, all the way around, and so it'll be interesting to see what Coach Reynoldson has in store here for the Broncos from the way of the Lady Wildcats. We do have a boys game coming up in just a little bit on the backside of our doubleheader as the Broncos at 1-0, a really good outing against an Emporia team that's not too shabby, but the Broncos winning 46-40 over Hayden. Broncos shot 38% from the 38% from the field, nearly 39% from the field. They were 7 of 23 from three-point land, but Emporia tried to match them and went 2 of 20, and so that was really the difference. 5 more made threes makes a big difference, and if the Broncos can have that ratio in games, and they're going to win some games like that, that other team makes those threes, it's going to be a problem perhaps.
Absolutely, and the sheer volume in which they shoot three-pointers for the boys was not necessarily alarming when you look at the personnel that they have. I think Coach Bouchard's done a good job adjusting to the players that he has on his program. They don't have that 6'8", 6'6", 6'8" center that that we've sometimes had in the past, and so he's migrated to like a lot of programs anymore that does more of a 5-out. Occasionally he'll have with Brooks Byer in the game, he'll have a true center in the game, but he's migrated to the three-point line, so you've got to be able to shoot those and be at a high clip. But we're going to win some, and we might find ourselves in trouble with some. We can't count on the opponents to shoot 2 for 20 from threes, but we were shooting with confidence. And again, the defensive intensity that they brought, I thought was important, because there's some new players in the program. New players at the varsity level. Yep. I shouldn't say to the program. And, again, we didn't really know what we had. We graduated so many seniors last year on the boys' side. So it's good to see them start with intensity and keep that up throughout the game. Never really got rattled. They had some adversity. They'd go on some runs and they would give up some runs. But, in crunch time they were able to execute and come out with a win. So hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing here today.
7 of 23 from three-point range, but that's 30%. You can shoot 30% as a team at three-point. You're going to feel okay about things. 65% from free throw range, but 20 turnovers. That was really what allowed, I think, Emporia to stay in that game. There was a point in that game where it could have kind of gotten out of control for Emporia, like 20-point deficit. Spring Hill was rolling that well, but some of those turnovers and consistency started to rear up, and so they were able to pull it back together. That was the adversity we're talking about that I think they were able to overcome. So excited to see what the Broncos have. They'll have their hands full today against a Topeka-Hayden Wildcat team that's 1-1 on the season. The Wildcat boys lost in game number 1 against Shawnee Mission West on the road, but did pick up the win, their first win of the season on Tuesday when they beat Trinity Academy 62-47. So that's a look at things from here on the boys' side. That'll be coming up in just a little bit. We've got the girls' matchup right around the corner in just under 5 minutes. This is the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. We come back, we've got our pregame area matchups, starting lineups, opening tip-off here from Emporia. It's the Paul Terry Classic today on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Live remarkably at Colonial Oaks Spring Hill. The caring, loving, and qualified staff of professionals at Colonial Oaks offers your loved ones the care they need with the compassion they deserve. With a wide range of services, Colonial Oaks can meet a variety of needs, including with their Rhythm of the Day memory care program or on-site therapy with Empower Me Wellness. Residents enjoy 3 delicious restaurant-style meals daily, all with the support of the Colonial Oaks team. Learn more at colonialoaks.com. For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at elliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back out here on the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Getting ready for this one, the Spring Hill Broncos against the Topeka-Hayden Wildcats from the Paul Terry Classic in Emporia. It's time for our pregame area matchups brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. Elliott has served the area communities for decades. When you're out traveling to the next big matchup, be sure to look for one of those Elliott Insurance locations near you. Learn more online at elliottInsuranceGroup.com. Pretty busy slate of action across our network here today. The Baldwin Bulldogs, are hosting the Burlington Wildcats in a matchup. We've got the Eudora Cardinals taking on Lawrence Free State. The Atchison Phoenix, rather. Lewisburg Wildcats are home with the Wamego Red Raiders. Paola Panthers in action with their home tournament here this weekend as well. They played Tuesday, Thursday, and tonight. They'll wrap up their home host round-robin tournament. And then the Tonganoxie Chieftains at Jefferson County North High School taking on the Chargers in that matchup. Do have some wrestling on the slate tomorrow, as if you like some high school wrestling, Columbus in some action in that one. And then we'll be back here, obviously, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for our tip-off in this final game of the Paul Terry Classic. That's your pregame area matchups brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. Keys to the game brought to you by the Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce. The key to growing your community is shopping local this holiday season. Keep up to date with Chamber events by visiting them online at springhillks.org or stop by the new office in downtown Spring Hill. So keys the game in this one, Curtis. I mean, when you see the Broncos, that defensive effort's got to be one of those.
Yeah, defensive intensity. Again, Topeka Hayden, a long-time successful program. You talk about, well, they were just in 3A. They were a very, very, very successful program in 3A, stepping up to 4A. So defensive intensity is going to have to remain. And then I think a good balanced scoring is going to be important as well. We had some pretty good balanced scoring the other evening, so we hope that continues here tonight.
All right, time for our starting lineups. First up for the Hayden Wildcats. 1-0 on the season, as I mentioned, as they went to beat Wichita Trinity Academy the other night, 55-24 to be number 2, Haley Schmidtline, a 5'11 freshman. Number 10, Millie Ramsey, a 6-foot senior. Number 12, Bella Reed, a 5'7 senior. Number 25, Briley Meyer, a 6-foot senior. And number 30, Norma Greco, a 5'6 senior. The head coach of the Wildcats is Carvel Reynoldson. For the Broncos, it'll be number 12, Aubrey Meter, 5'9 junior. Coming off an 11-point performance the other night against Emporia. Number 15, Addie Bond, 5'7 senior. Addie 9 points the other night as well, and did a nice job. Everybody really did a nice job on the glass and on rebounding. You continue to do that, you'll be all right. Isla Herman led the way, 5'10 junior, had 18 points in that one. Number 23, Lizzie Suter, 5'10 senior. And rounding out the starting lineups, number 50, Callie Rodden, the Broncos coached by Paige Hussa here in her 3rd season. Opening tip-off brought to you by the Spring Hill Co-op, your local farm and ag store located in historic downtown Spring Hill, just off Main Street. Fertilizer, seed, livestock, pet feed, and so much more. Stop and see the helpful staff at the Spring Hill Co-op, 110 South Frank Street. Follow them on Facebook or call them anytime at 913-592-0094. Isla Herman going to match up at center court against Bella Reed, and we are off and running here in this one between the Broncos and the Wildcats. Good help defense there from Addie Bond quickly. That was about to be a pretty easy one for Reed. That was Schmidtline, rather, the freshman that she leaped against, the 5'11 freshman. It'll stay with Hayden. Inbound, trying to. Good defense by Rodden, denying the basketball. Early turnover by Hayden in favor of the Broncos. Right wing Meter. Into the paint, Bond. She'll pick back up to the elbow. Needs a little bit of help. Good all-ball defense there from Greco. Here's Rodden. Over to Suter. To the Bond. Bond was looking to clear, I think, getting into the lane on that one. Got a little early. Long possession, tight defense here from the Wildcats. There's Herman from the elbow. Rise up, jumper just rattled out. Good position from Meter, knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats.
First 2 possessions here. We just talked about defense, and both clubs playing good defense there on their very first possession.
Deep inbound to Rodden, over to Suter. Suter quickly down into Bond. Bond, low dribble, get that ball down low hard. She'll soup it out for Herman, who moves it around quickly over to Meter. Meter trying to go up inside for Rodden and knocked out of bounds off the hands of Millie Ramsey. Ramsey and Rodden matched up in a good one down on the low block. There's Bond calling out the defense, or calling out the play rather, to get it inbound. Quickly, good play. Meter going to draw contact. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's a pretty good inbound play to get it to the top and right back down low.
Yeah, good rotation there too, and you could see that as that play unfolded, there was multiple opportunities there. And so, not just focusing on one separate outlet or one particular outlet. There was 2 or 3 that were developing there. So, excellent out of bounds play and good execution by the Broncos.
Meter missing the first one, and the second. Missed opportunity to take the lead there. It'll remain scoreless. Second offensive possession of the game for the Wildcats. Greco work over left wing. Move near side for Ramsey. She'll try to wrap it down inside for Reed. Knocked around, stolen away by Herman, and she stepped on the end line as she was trying to keep it alive. Wildcats will inbound from underneath their own basket with Reed to inbound. 5'7 senior for Meyer. She tries to take it. Stolen away by Meter. Here comes Meter. Lay a dangerous pass, low and saved. Nice play by the Wildcats defensively. Aubrey never really had a good control over that one. Little indecision results in a turnover. Greco will pull it out high for the Wildcats. Here's Meyer, back to Greco. She'll spot up and look at a 3 on the way. No good, missed it badly. And out of bounds back to the Broncos. Bond. Bring it across the timeline. Off to Schubert. Oh, man, hands right in the face of Schubert. If you can't pass the ball, that's a walk. Oh, my goodness. Back-to-back missed calls here from this crew. Wake up. It's afternoon basketball, but that's 0 for 2 right there. Little runner. Broncos down 2-0. Bond on the right side over to Rodden. They're pretty handsy out there defensively. Kick, Schubert. Wrap around quickly, and the hands in the lane once again. Greco going to have to contest with Meters, trying not to pick that foul. Good defense in transition by Meter, and a foul going to come and a bucket for Ramsey. And she'll go to the free throw line for the three-point play. They're going to get that call on Herman, her first. Team foul number 1. Well, that was about as easy a travel call as you're going to find probably out in that far of an open court. But miss some, you see some, you miss some.
Part of the game.
Knock that one down.
I do want to mention that it's Suter out there, not Schubert. Schubert's not in the game yet.
I don't like saying Schubert. Suter. You can see where I can make that mistake.
Yeah, it's all good.
Herman can try to fight off this defense. They'll let you play on-ball defense like that. It's going to be a tough night for the Broncos. Over across there. Shot up no good. On the take by Suter. Now baseline runner by Meter. And again, just very physical. Trying to get something up. Nothing doing. And Bond will put one up and in against all odds. Even this thing up at 2 apiece. Just 3 minutes into this first quarter of game number 2. To the corner for Reed. Good defense there again. Meter just everywhere. I mean, this, I guess.
They're letting them play.
Well, it's just such a different. They were in this very gym 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I had this conversation recently, but it's the lack of consistency night in and night out, accrue to crew, that you're asking kids to make some pretty big adjustments on how they play a sport if you're going to ask them to play differently one night than another night. Yep. And that's exactly what we're seeing right here. So girls will have to adjust, get more physical, and play until they show you what a foul is. Here's Greco. Off the leg and off the knee of Greco. It's even for what it's worth. I'm not talking about one-sided officiating here. I'm talking about night in, night out, crew to crew. Kids really just don't know what they're going to have to deal with, and there's just not enough consistency across the board.
There would have been 17 fouls called by now.
The other night, for sure.
If they played this way the other night, for sure.
And halfway through the fourth quarter, we got a long way to go here, Curtis. Here's Herman on the right wing. She'll pull back, try to pull one up. Blocked out of the air by Ramsey, and it will go out of bounds and stay with the Broncos. Here's Herman, elevates, just missed. Broncos have missed a few opportunities down on offense as well. Left this where it's at here at 5-2. Reed trying to run up, got a little too deep. Rebound by Meyer. She'll go back out to Reed. She'll step, fire 3 on the way, no good. High rebound, there's Bond. Broncos good on the defensive glass so far. Herman quickly down inside for Harris, who just checked in. Isabel Harris, nifty play by Harris to lay that one in there. 5-4. Try the entry pass down inside to Ramsey, and foul going to be called. Harris got her hands full there. Ramsey posting up in the paint. Into the ball game for Hayden comes Ella Foster. Out goes Reed. Foster trying to get it in. He'll throw it in deep for Greco. Foster with it. Over to Meyer. Stolen away again. There's Herman. Isla going to lead the charge. Defense comes and recovers. Good transition D by the Wildcats. Now Meter. She'll attack left side. Try to scoop up. Hits the ground. No foul, but the bucket
Tough shot.
Tough way to earn one of those. And the Broncos with their first lead of the game here with 3:20 to play in the first quarter.
And that's good Bronco basketball right there. Another steal by Auburn Meter. Good defensive pressure, but
Stole it right
gave
back.
it right back. But good defense down there led to a fast break. So, solid defense leading to a fast break on offense is what you want.
Good move and a take there by Schmittline as she'll lay that one in with a left hand. Put the lead back in front for the Wildcats. Dump off inside. And a foul going to be called. That'll be against Greco.
That's her first personal, second team foul. Interviewing the Broncos, number 2, Kaylee Schubert, and for game number 44, Emily Connell.
The handbook doesn't change, is what I'm saying. The rule book doesn't change, so I can't figure out why it changes so dramatically each and every night. Here's Herman. Shot up, and there's a foul. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Hayden fouls called out Schmittline. That's her first personal, 13
So
foul.
Herman will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Pretty
Herman shoots 2.
near 70% a year ago from the stripe. She'll get her first bucket. Wildcats got to feel pretty good if it's under 3 to play first quarter. Herman picking up her first points. She will roll in both free throws. Broncos back in front.
The player that can shoot as good as Herman, though, you get free throws, you see that ball go in the bucket, that could lead to good things for the Lady Broncos.
Greco way out high. Herman picks her up. Broncos man-to-man. Oh, that's loose ball. Bond will get in there. Jump ball in favor of the Broncos. Good hustle. Good on-ball defense by Bond as well.
Again, pick your player. Everybody's on the floor. Everybody's battling. We've seen Herman with steals. We've seen Meter with steals. We've seen Bond with steals. We've seen Suter mixing it up already, and the game's early. Just love the intensity these girls play with.
Yeah, Meter has been so aggressive. She's on the bench right now getting floor burns treated, I believe. She'll be back out there short enough, I'm sure. Schubert trying to draw some contact. They'll finally get it. Just hold on to the ball until it's egregious enough.
Well, if you're going to dribble to the corner, you need to do what you did, which is keep the dribble alive and either be able to pull back out of it or go through the baseline, and she was able to draw some contact there. So heads up play by Schubert there.
She'll get it on the right wing from Herman. Back to the corner for Bond. Bond puts it on the deck. Kick. Schubert, 3, quickly up. Left it short, didn't get many legs into it. Harris trying to save it. Schubert comes over there to help her out. Good effort. There's a hustle play there. A bonus possession here for the Broncos. Left side for Harris. Give away for Herman. Herman finds an open lane. Pull up, 10-footer. No good, but there's Addie Bond. Turnaround, she'll put one up. Lids on it for the Broncos. Rebounds are there. That's a near walk by Ramsey. It's 2 she's gotten away with here in this one. Push off right side for Walters, and there they will get a walk. Broncos are getting their opportunities down there to get the ball up, just aren't going in. On that one for Herman, that lane was there. I'd like to see her go ahead and get to the rim. Maybe not her most comfortable going that side, but it was perhaps open for her. Pulled up and settled for a jumper. And now here come the Broncos. Up by 1:44 to play first quarter. High post for Harris. Slip over, stolen away. Ripped out of there by Walters. She'll lead the charge quickly up the floor. And she'll lay it up and in. Hayden back in front. Under 90 seconds to play first quarter. Got to be careful with the passes. They're going to be in your passing lanes, just as the Broncos are going to be in the passing lanes. So is Hayden, and our passes aren't real deliberate.
Yeah, Topeka's definitely matched our defensive intensity. It's a good defensive matchup for both teams here. So,
be Bronco ball with a minute 16. Bond needs help. Suter, hard pass. Had plenty of mustard on that one. Herman can't handle, and here comes Walters the other way. Good defense by Bond. Maybe a little bit of contact there at the end, and she'll draw that and go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Will Blakely Walters, 5'7" freshman.
Her first personal, 13 foul. At the line for the Wildcats. Walters shoots 2.
Walters has 2 in the ball game. Her first trip to the free throw lines for this one. Roll it in.
In substitution, Everly Connell.
Second one off the back iron, no good. Rebound helped out by Herman, grabbed out of there by Schubert. Schubert quickly up the floor. Schubert just dribbled for her own, ended up losing it. Maybe a little too much dribbling there, and Rodden comes in late to get the jump ball, and it'll be in favor of the Wildcats. But
Returning for the Broncos, Aubrey Weaver. And for the Wildcats.
Well, I didn't call Callie Rodden out for being on the floor. Now I can say that she was on the floor as well. So there's your starting 5. They've all had their time on the floor already. Good effort.
46.8 seconds to play. Scoop off left side for Meyer. Nowhere to go with it. Broncos back in his own. Patient defense here from the Broncos. Wildcats looking to hold it for the last shot, perhaps. Skip pass far side for Walters. Back outside, they move it. Meyer has it left wing. Entry into Ramsey. That's kind of where they've been trying to work it. Bronco help defense comes. They collapse. Back down they go. Loose ball. Suter with it. Broncos maybe. Nope. A good defensive stop, though, to end it. Broncos down by 2. And I think we're going to have ourselves a dandy here on a Friday the 13th afternoon. Some basketball from the Paul Terry Classic. You're watching it on Spring Hill Sports Live. We're back in 1 minute.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Stupid Go Brawly internet.
Go Brawly allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Ten to 8, we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 lead changes in that first quarter. Broncos will have the basketball as we head into this second quarter, down by 2. Suter inbound for the Broncos. Get it in for Bond. Oop, again, those passing lanes. Greco is a problem. Suter luckily gets back in there, and then Greco is going to pick up the foul. And I remember this from a year ago. Greco really caused us some problems in those passing lanes, disrupting things, but also she was allowed to play up in your shorts a little bit. She ended up fouling out of that game, I think, but
yeah, I agree.
It's 2 fouls for her here in the first half of that one, and there's a travel on Bond. A little indecision. That defense being in the passing lanes makes you think you can do it, and then that last minute, maybe I shouldn't, led to that turnover right there.
Well, there was a stark difference between the defensive intensity with, Lady Broncos versus their game on Tuesday. But now we've got a team that plays just as good, as hard defensively as we have now. And that's the thing about it, right? You look at it right now, maybe our offense might be struggling a little bit. The lid's on the basket. Defense like this will keep you in games, and so we'll see how this unfolds here. But this looks like a really good matchup for both teams.
Schmittline draws the foul on Herman, her second. And that sends Haley Schmittline to the free throw line to shoot two. She missed the first one. Here comes the second one. Good.
Isla Herman coming out of the game for a breather. She doesn't get many of those, so I bet it's a short little break here. But
Elsie Sprague checked in for her for the Broncos. There's Greco again, just right up in the grill of Bond and causing that turnover, and she'll turn it into a foul and a chance to go to the free throw line.
Spring Hill foul is called on Abby Bond for second personal.
And Bond picks up her second personal foul.
Greco will shoot 2.
Team foul number 2 on the Broncos, and Greco at the stripe to shoot 2. Her first trip to the line tonight. No good off the heel.
I feel like Nostradamus.
There's the break. Bond now will get a short breather. Again, Broncos running with a short bench, just 3-person rotation there. Some of the injuries they've had. Largest deficit of the game for the Broncos has been 5. They trail by 4 right now. Sprague with it on the right wing, nearly lost it. Now she needs help, gets it, bats out over to Suter. Now here's Herman for 3 on the way. Looks good. It is. Isla Herman off the Schneider first field goal, coming here just under 7 minutes to play. And brings the Broncos back to within 1. Ramsey with it. She looked to attack. Good defense there by Rodden. Schmidtline with it. Over to the corner for Meyer. Back down to Schmidtline. She got past Suter. That's a good defensive, a good offensive effort there by Schmidtline, and Suter just out of position. School's out. Here's Sprague. Oh, that's a real low percentage pass down inside there to Rodden. Now here comes Schmidtline again. Coach Hussam might want to think about a timeout. Schmidtline will lay it up and in. Broncos back down by 5, now matching their largest deficit of the ball game. Need a bucket. Meter. Baseline pull up. Runner on the way. No good. Ramsey down with it. Hits hard. They're going to call foul. I guess on Rodden.
Spring Hill foul is called on Callie Rodden for first personal 13 foul.
So back to the Wildcats. Momentum in full favor of the girls in blue. Might look like black on your TV, but it's blue. Aubrey Meter right there, giving Greco a taste of her own medicine. Meter going to force one up. Not going to get the bucket or the contact. Not sure what you got to do to draw one.
Way to battle there, Aubrey. That was awesome.
That's good. Able to continue with it to cause that turnover to begin with. And now Aubrey Meter going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. 0 for 2. She took those first 2 free throws of the game. And now she'll get on Mark.
The first thing that comes to mind, and I say this affectionately, call her a pest, because defensively that's what she is. If you're a defender and Aubrey Meter is going to be guarding you for a game, you know you're going to be tired at the end of it.
You'll be over 12 by the time the game's over. There she is again, on cue. Meter. Pull up from the elbow, no good. She had Herman wide open on the low block. We're not seeing open players as often or as consistently we probably should last couple of possessions, and that's a good move by Greco, and she'll scoop it up and score. We've missed a few open girls with maybe, I don't want to call it selfish play, but just not having your heads up, not seeing that open person perhaps, and that was an example of that with Herman wide open on the low block. Greco gets the bucket in the and one. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, as you said, with the continuous pressure that both teams provide, hands are always in the passing lanes. You just, at some point, you get used to it, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to pass. I need to just take it here and try to make something happen. And like you said, that's not a selfish thing. It's just the way that the game is unfolding here. So,
Coach Hussam asked the official for something. .5:27 to play in this first half. Broncos down by 6. That's their largest deficit of the night so far. And they have led a couple of times in the first quarter, and right now trail by 6. Herman with it. Matched up with Schmidtline, the freshman. Gets past her. Screen comes from Rodden. They'll scoop it around. It's knocked out of bounds by Ramsey.
Meter got her shot blocked there out of the inbounds play.
So we'll stay with the Broncos, however, with 5:09 to go in the first half. Here's Meter. Suter. Back to Herman. At the elbow, pull up, jumper on the way, no good. A little cold from the field are the Broncos. They're going to have to really lock it down here defensively. Ramsey off to Reed. Good screen comes. Didn't switch very well. Reed gets past him. Lucky for the Broncos, not there. Suter with the rebound. Meter on the right wing. Herman. Downtown on the way, no good. That's a little bit of a frustration shot, I think, from Isla Herman. Pass long up in front. Three from Meyer, top of the key, no good. Rebound, no, pulled out of there by easily the shortest person on the floor.
Yeah, and if Coach Huss is not going to like that. We had 3 Broncos standing there with foot and concrete buckets and the effort wasn't there on that rebound. And fortunate here to get the ball back.
Elena Mitchell, the player who checked in, number 5, that got that rebound. 5'4", and was surrounded by 5'11" girls. She's a sophomore. So got plenty of time to go in this quarter, try to get some momentum going in your favor.
Offensive foul? Boy, I didn't see that at all. Oh, it was on Rodden. So was this moving screen? Missed it.
Near side Schmidt line working against Sprague. Wildcats are not going to be in much of a hurry holding on to this 6-point lead. Greco step through, just unabandoned. Yeah. And finally, Ramsey going to get called for hugging Rodden on that rebound. It's her second, team foul number 3 on the Wildcats. 3:31 to play in this first half. You have the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show come your way in just a little bit. Full slate of action across our network tonight, though not underway yet. Entry pass a little bit. Now a jump ball. Jump ball in favor of the Wildcats, so I go back to them here with 3:17 to go. Broncos going to a little pressure here on the Wildcats. Greco stolen away, almost like it was thrown to her. Meter, good crossover. Suter, shot no good. Meter there with the rebound, and that is way denied. And the Broncos even got away with one because I think that may have hit Meter on the way out of bounds.
Yeah.
A timeout going to be called by the Wildcats. Broncos could use one as well. We'll take one along with them. 19-13 Broncos down by 6. You're watching it here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
19-13 has been pretty quiet offensively just kind of for both teams in the first half of this one. The defenses are playing their part for sure. Broncos with the basketball as we come into the timeout. Down by 6, that's their largest. Down by for Sprague, and she got fouled. Thought maybe she walked with it and drugged that foot, but it was maybe a foul trying to get through that screen over there. I'm not sure. Benefits the Broncos, though, and that's actually the 3rd foul on Ramsey. That's a big one for the Broncos to have Ramsey with 3 fouls. Herman getting frustrated down inside there as well. Now loose ball's trying to hit the floor. Meter comes out of there with it, and Coach Hussick calls a timeout.
Who else would it be?
Yeah, Aubrey Meter somehow ended up with that one and calls a timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's just a 30. Thank you all for joining us here from the Paul Terry Classic here. 3 games on the road to kick off this season. We did have a weekend of wrestling last weekend, and then we will have a weekend of basketball here for you. And wrap up the holiday season. The holidays part of our prior to holidays schedule next week. I'll be off for a little while, and then we hit the ground running on January 3rd. The Broncos with their hosting a game there at home, and so we'll have that one for you as well. Be sure to go check out varsitysportslive.com for all the matchups we have across our network here tonight. Baldwin, Tonganoxie, Eudora, Lewisburg, Paola, all in action here tonight, along with our Southeast Kansas partners in Girard and Columbus. If you like high school basketball, it's on the air tonight on varsitysportslive.com. Baseline jumper, Herman. Foul comes on the closeout from Reed, and I will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Herman with just the 1 field goal, that 3-point bucket.
15 foul. At the line for the Broncos, Herman.
That made it 11. And so really since that 3 she had, they have not made a field goal. And this is the first one here. Herman's 3 in this second quarter, the only field goal in this second quarter. Meter had a pair of free throws as well, and that's been about it. Going to redial it in there to get that one. 3 out of 4 on the night from the stripe for Herman. Herman has 6. Broncos down by 5. Schmidt line, good pass up there. Nice catch and well executed play all the way around by the Wildcats. Connell, the beneficiary of that. Good ball movement, 21-14. Ball punched out of bounds off Greco. It will stay with the Broncos rather. Inbound to Herman. Isla. Pull up. Contact. Missed that one. Kind of changed her mind, I think, halfway through that shot.
Yeah, it looked like she was looking to maybe pass. That's something as players, you can never jump to pass. Coaches will tell you that all the time. And in that case, I think she looked to pass and then realized it wasn't there. So
here's Meyer with it for the Wildcats. Outside for Greco. Again, Wildcats pretty deliberate in half court when they've had those opportunities here of late. That's off of Wildcats. Yep, that was off of Connell. Good job by Elsie Sprague to be in the right place. She'll check out. Hattie Bond will come in. Suter on the right wing. Here's Meter, little off the mark. Another lucky bounce. Passing has not been right where it needs to be. A few of these passes go a little bit more on target. Those are going to be a little easier shots, and maybe you've got a few more points. It's that close here. This 7-point deficit is perplexing just a little bit, to be honest with you. Don't know if Wildcats are that much better. Isabel Harris with the best post presence so far for the Broncos in this early going. Most consistently from shooting with that little hook shot she's got. Connell, pull up. Shot no good. Suter right there. Meter coming in there. Or Harris, rather.
Jump ball possession, spring up. Returning for the Wildcats, Bella Reed.
They call jump ball there?
Yeah. So alternate possession.
Alternate possession in favor of the Broncos. So chance here to close that gap just a little bit more here ahead of halftime. Bond working against Walters. Here's Meter. To the elbow for Harris. Harris back outside Suter. Suter, long 2, no good. Crashing the boards is Bond. Now jump ball, and that'll be in favor of the Wildcats.
I think Coach Hussey would just look at Isabel there and say, shoot that ball.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a better shot than that. She had a chance to get a shot up there, and maybe she should have. But
shoot it slightly off balance and underhanded, and it goes in like a perfect shot. That's a beautiful look. It's hard to defend, too. If she can consistently make that, how do you, as a defender, get your hand in front of that one?
And she's perfected it. Like I said, I've watched her in the summertime and some club games and stuff, and that's something she's working on before and after practice, so it's paying dividends.
There's a set and fire 3 from Briley Meyer. That's a big shot for the Wildcats. Makes it 24-16. Now the largest lead is 8. Here's Bond, off bounce, left hand, good. Nice ball movement there by the Broncos. Bond, 24-18. Schmidt line. And a walk.
Yep.
Schmidt line's going to be a player for them. 5'11" freshman.
Yep.
Returning for Hayden, Alana Mitchell.
Out goes Greco. In comes Mitchell. Trying to protect Greco with those 2 fouls. Here's Bond. 30 seconds. Mitchell swatting at it. Now needs help. Here's Suter, top of the key. Whip down inside for Herman. Nice look from Lizzie Suter. A beautiful pass, and Herman the beneficiary of that one. 24-20. Need one more stop. Less than 10 to play. First half. Tipped around. There's Harris rather. Now Bond, they got a time, 3 seconds. Suter, she'll fire one away on the way. No good. But a nice flurry down the stretch for the Broncos. Pulled them to within 4. It's a 24-20 ball game at the break. Plenty to talk about here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. When we come back, we'll recap that first half. We'll talk about that boys matchup we've got coming up in just a little bit as well. All that and more still to come here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Coming up next on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Welcome back out here in Emporia High School, the Paul Terry Classic, game number 2 of this 3-game round robin. Day number 2, I guess, of this 3-day round robin. BJ Harris along with you, alongside me, Curtis Kaiser, as we're at halftime of this one. The Spring Hill girls at the break, trail by 4, 24-20 at halftime. And a really good first half of basketball. Broncos probably feel like they left a little bit out there on the floor. Keep in mind, Spring Hill's down by 4 right now. They're without a Sidney Busher, who was an 18-point, 11-rebound performer a year ago. And so playing without one of your key player to keep pace with a really good Hayden Wildcat team. But the Broncos are going to have to dig down deep in this second half. Here's how we got to where we are right now. And Hayden would jump out to an early 5-0 lead. Broncos would eventually score, make it 5-2. Spring Hill would take their first lead 6-5 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter, but Hayden would promptly take it back, and then Spring Hill would lead 8-7. Hayden would lead 9-8, and Hayden would lead 10-8 going into the first quarter, and have not relinquished that lead, growing it to as many as 8, 24-16. But the Broncos score the last 4 of the first half to make it 24-20 here at the break. Your halftime scoring, first up for the Wildcats, it'll be number 2, Haley Schmidtline, leading him with 6 points. 5 points from Briley Meyer, 4 points from Blakely Walters, 4 points from Norma Greco, 2 from Emberly Cannell, and 3 points from Millie Ramsey, if I didn't say that already. And then for the Broncos, 8 points from Isla Herman, 4 points from Addie Bond, 4 points from Aubrey Meter, and 4 points from Isabel Harris. And so that core group, those 4 have contributed. Lizzie Suter yet to score, Callie Rodden yet to score, and so got to get some offensive contributions from them to get back into this ball game. Right now the Broncos trail 24-20. This is the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected, to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Talk about that boys game when we come back on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Looking for a real estate team you can trust? Join Team Young Realty, your local family-owned experts in Spring Hill and beyond. Whether you're selling or buying, Team Young is here to make it easy. Looking to sell but don't have time or money to make it shine? Team Young will invest to make your home show-ready to get top value. And if you're looking to buy, Team Young is here to assist in every step. Team Young Realty, committed to bringing affordable housing to Spring Hill and the surrounding area. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation, 913-222-9843.
Back out here on the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. You see the boys out there warming up. Bronco boys 1-0 on the season. Picking up win number 1 of the year on game number 1 of the year. It was game number 10 last year for the Broncos before they picked up that first win. So a big confidence boost, hopefully, for some of the guys that certainly were on that team from a year ago. And then the youngsters just don't know any better. And so how do you utilize some of that to keep on going with this momentum? They're going to find out in just a little bit. The Topeka Hayden Wildcat team's always really good, but last Tuesday night, Broncos win 46-40 over Emporia in that one. They shot 30% from three-point range, 7 of 23, so firing them up there, 53% from field goal range altogether, so you got to feel pretty good about their shooting. And then defensively, really good. Did have 20 turnovers. That's probably the biggest stat. Defensive rebounds, though, out-rebounding Emporia 23-16. But points in the paint, just 6 to Emporia's 26. And so that perimeter game, going to be a factor. See how they can get Brooks Byer going just a little bit in the paint when they decide to go that direction. But going to be fun to watch this Bronco boys team, and they're going to have their hands full today against Topeka Hayden. in that one.
Yeah, well, so we'll see if the threes are as prevalent or as common as they were on Tuesday night. But, you play a perimeter-oriented game like that, you're likely to have more turnovers than if you have a traditional post player in the game, etc. So some of that's by the style in which they play is going to dictate some of those statistics. But like you said, there's some youth on this team that getting off on the right foot is going to be key, and it was good for them to get a first win of the season on the first attempt against a pretty good Emporia squad, one that was very successful again last year, and year-over-year very successful program. So looking forward to that, but we got another half here coming for the Lady Broncos. So good close game here, 24-20. So looking forward to the second half.
Well, the Broncos in action here today, and then again tomorrow morning. We're back here, 9:45 pregame, 10 o'clock tip, 10 a.m. tip, as the girls and boys will take on Trinity Academy. We'll have that game for you here on Spring Hill Sports Live. And then on Friday, December 20th, they match up with the Baldwin Bulldogs on the road. And then wrap up the regular season, or the beginning of this season, the 2024 portion of the season then, and then kick things off at home against Eudora on January 3rd. So we are on the short rows of things here in game number 2 of 2024. Still plenty of basketball to come your way here this year. Second half action getting ready to start. Thanks for joining us for the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Give Mike a call. Or when you're at the Bean maybe next time, you get a cup of coffee, take one over to Mike. Tell him thanks for bringing you Spring Hill Sports Live. Promise you, I'll get a phone call if that happens. Bronco basketball as we come out of the timeout, down by 4. They've trailed by as many as 8. They've led by as many as 1 a couple of times in this first half. Herman, good take, first chance at it. Baseline runner, good. And Broncos back to within 2.
I think I could have predicted the aggressiveness by Herman coming out of the locker room. Not quite the first half that I think she's accustomed to, but love to see her attacking here early. It's going to pay dividends.
Well, maybe. That aggressiveness, though, we're going to pick up perhaps her third foul. So she may have to be aggressive offensively and a little less so perhaps defensively here down the stretch of this one now.
We've seen her get in some early foul trouble. She's been very good about being able to negotiate that as the games went on. So I think Coach Hussett looks like she has that same sentiment leaving her in the game here.
I would say that would be in predictable situations, yes. But I don't know if we've got access to predictability right now. There's a shot down inside to Ramsey. And she'll knock down the first field goal of the second half for the Wildcats, 26-22. Bond over to Suter. Rodden at the free throw line. She's going to take it right in there. You can bet that was part of the conversation, was take it right at Ramsey. She's got 3 fouls. They let her stay on there. Schmidt-Line quickly up the floor. Scoop up shot, no good.
Yeah, I don't know how the official.
There's a guy there watching it.
Yeah, the guy trailing is the one that called it.
Interesting. Schmidt-Line will be at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one missed. Here comes the second. That one's good. She has 7. 27-22. I think you run that with Rodden right at Ramsey as often as you can. That one had some zip on it. Schmidt-Line again leading the charge. Long pass up in front to Meyer. She's got to pull it down. Suter on her. Greco. Good closeout by Meter. She wanted that 3. Coach Reynoldson changes the play for the Wildcats. Back to Meyer. Ramsey. Schmidt-Line trying to cross over Bond. Up and under from Schmidt-Line. No good. Ramsey's there with the rebound. She'll go at Rodden. Up and good. Ramsey. See where she could start to take over a game a little bit down inside the paint. All goes back down by 7. 6:02 to play.
Yeah, just the height difference there is working against Callie there. Her defense has been pretty good, but the height when it comes to rebounds and getting shots up, that's just something you can't control. So it looks like Coach Huss is going to make an adjustment here and bring Isabel Harris back in the game.
Suter's three was off the mark. Rodden will come out. Oh, miscommunication there. Schmittline comes away with it.
Again, the hands in the passing lanes, it didn't look, Isla didn't think the pass was going to get there, so she moved because there was good defense. And so hands are always active for Emporia here, and it's definitely paying dividends and making fits for the Broncos here.
Yeah, 9-point deficit, the largest of the game now. A little runner by Meter, no good, knocked it out of bounds, but this is the largest deficit. In fact, this right now for Hayden is a 7-0 run. Broncos need a bucket. Bond, Herman, three on the way. High arcing shot off the glass. Boy, that's about an indication of everything there. Meter just trying to save that one. That one went all the way down and spun right back out. That would have been a big shot for the Broncos. Need to stop now pretty desperately defensively. If you don't get one, probably better regroup. Jump ball.
Jump ball possession.
I mean, we'll take it.
Alternating possession going to be in favor of the Wildcats. Pull up, little bunny on the way, no good. Rebound though, there's Schmittline. Nobody boxing out on Schmittline. She's standing there wide open underneath the basket.
And that was the worst case scenario. Isla's got her fourth now. And unfortunately, that was a lack of effort there on the defensive board, which we don't see often from the Lady Broncos. But that's going to hurt with Isla with her fourth foul here.
They're a little out of sorts out there, it looks like. Confidence waning just a hair by body language, I would say. And, well, with about 30 points per game from a year ago on the bench right now for the Broncos, I could see where that would come. Luckily, Schmittline missed both. Lane violation. However, it goes from bad to worse.
Well, with Isla coming out, now you've got Eddie Bond on the low block, not something she's used to, and she got a little antsy there. Stepped in the lane too soon.
Still managed to miss them. Harris coming in there, good rebound from her. Still a 7-0 run by the Wildcats. They're going to put some pressure in the backcourt. Broncos need to break that timeline. Better get it up there. Bond. Got to recognize that time clock was getting on it.
And I think this defensive pressure is really struggling, or really putting pressure on. You see it with Schubert in the game, and not used to this level of defensive pressure, I think, with their first varsity action coming this year. So just something you got to get used to. But these Hayden Wildcats, they're taking it to us defensively.
Foster.
Make it difficult even on the experienced players.
Deep three from Greco, no good. Knocked around. Broncos will come away with it. Still got plenty of time and still have been able to keep pace at times with this team. Broncos need to score. Meter, step back from the elbow, no good. Right in the hands of Harris. There's Bond. She'll rattle one in off the schneid for the Broncos. And that stops that 7-0 run, 31-24. Hayden will take the air out of this ball, too. They'll just keep it out on the perimeter. Their possessions, even late in that half, kind of shortened the half for them. Greco steps around again. Shot up, Meyer down with a rebound. Bond comes away with it. Jump ball in favor of the Broncos. Good hustle play by Bond.
Yeah, I would have to say if we were to give game ball to anybody so far, it'd have to be Daddy Bond. She's been in crashing the boards. She's had a kind of a calming effect, I think, on the offense. We've been out of sorts, not been able to get something going. She'll pull it back out, reset. Also been able to make some shots on the offensive end and playing a good game so far.
Bella Reed checks out for the Wildcats. Connell comes back into the ball game for Hayden. Here's Harris. Needs help. Picked up that dribble pretty early on. Got the help she needed from Meyer. Here's Meter. Meter trying to shake off the freshman Schmittline. Harris thought she was open down inside. Bond gets picked by Connell. An easy layup with little chase. Coach wants a timeout. We'll take it. 3:19 to play, third quarter. Broncos up against it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Live remarkably at Colonial Oaks Spring Hill. The caring, loving, and qualified staff of professionals at Colonial Oaks offers your loved ones the care they need with the compassion they deserve. With a wide range of services, Colonial Oaks can meet a variety of needs, including with their Rhythm of the Day Memory Care program or on-site therapy with Empower Me Wellness. Residents enjoy 3 delicious restaurant-style meals daily, all with the support of the Colonial Oaks team. Learn more at colonialoaks.com.
(33-24) Broncos down by 9. That matches the largest deficit of this game with the basketball. And this has been an issue. Turnovers in this one. Greco all the way up the floor. That one misses. Gathered up by Bond. Broncos got to take advantage. Bond not looking deep. Meter was there, but being conservative might be the key here. Now you need help. Here's Harris. Left side. Now Suter. Meter. And a foul going to be called on Schmidtline.
Hayden foul is called on Haley Schmidtline. That's her second personal, second team foul.
It's her second. Off left side for Harris. Now here's Schubert. Showing was Bond outside for Suter. Little runner on the way, no good for Suter. And rebound pulled out of there by Schmidtline, but a foul going to be called against Schmidtline again, pushing in on Meter.
I think we were fortunate there. Looks like both the girls were just battling for position, and maybe it looked a little worse than it was because Aubrey fell to the floor there. But
it is possession to a possession what constitutes a violation.
Yeah.
There's a quick one into Bond, off the glass, can't get it to go. Boy, the offensive woes continue. Schmidtline gets the rebound, and she'll fly up the floor. Scoop off left hand, good, and the foul.
Yeah, she just beat us down the floor. When she got that pass, there was still 2 to 3 Broncos in front of her, and she got to the rim before anybody else. So, gonna have to stop the ball.
11-point deficit now, the largest of the game for the Broncos, with Schmidtline going to the free throw line trying to add one more. Schubert will sit down. Elsie Sprague comes into the game for Spring Hill. Missed by Schmidtline. That's just bad luck. You had 2 players there. Meter and Sprague both go for it. There was nobody else around. They knock it out of each other's hands, and now a foul. I mean, it's things are not going well. A little Friday the 13th stuff there, but
that's bad luck.
So Blakely Walters will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That foul was called on Addie Bond. So in case you're keeping track at home, that would be Addie Bond and Isla Herman with 4 fouls with still 10 minutes of basketball to play. It's almost like they weren't exactly sure what a foul was. Here comes Sprague up the floor because of inconsistency. There's a turnover. That was just good defense by the Wildcats. Schmidtline right back there, and Coach Husson may want to think about another one. Wheels are falling off right now for the Broncos. Got to settle it down just a little bit. Some of the inexperience and some of the lack of that depth on the bench starting to show its face here in the third quarter of this one. Dump off. There's Bond. Good look from Suter. And Lizzie's had 2 of the best passes of the night.
And I think we're seeing Addie Bond recognizing that her team needs someone to be aggressive with the basketball. And she's made some heady plays here, difficult shots even. That was a tough pass. Great pass by Lizzie, but a tough pass and because it was in traffic. But good execution there.
She will knock down the end one.
You can definitely see Addie kind of starting to assert herself more on the offensive end. That's good to see. Certainly has the ability. She's been a 3-year starter for the Broncos.
It has not been good for the Broncos over the last stretch, but it's certainly well within reach. Just got to settle down. Hayden hasn't been lights out offensively either. Long rebound there. Connell comes away with it. She loses it out of bounds. They're going to call foul on Suter.
And again, on that rebound there, we had inside position, but we didn't do anything with it. And that's what Coach Hess is going to talk to him about. If she looks at this tape, she's going to look at these possessions that we've lost because we didn't execute or we didn't get a body on somebody. And these are coachable moments. So
Connell. This is the first one. I'm going to go on a limb here and say she's probably going to watch the tape.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Probably multiple times. Basketball coaches are different. That one out of bounds, and so an empty frame there for Connell. So
we're getting our chances.
Yeah, they're leaving the gate open here a little bit without closing out offensively. But defensively, we've got to continue to look for those open looks like we just did. Run good ball rotation to get an open look to Bond, and she finished it off with an and one. Here's Sprague left side. Harris at the elbow. Back over to Meter. Meter, she'll put it on the deck. Tangled up. Jump
good
ball.
Defense. That's good defense there by Emporia.
Walters tangled up there. It's one of those rare games, I think, for the Broncos where they're playing a team that's going to be able to match them athletically. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. And there's a three, and then when you make a few shots like that, like Walters just do, it's going to be a challenge to overcome, and that's where we're at right now. 14-point deficit, the largest of the game for the Broncos. Knocked out of bounds by Walters. This is a young team. Walters and Schmidtline, we've said their name a bunch. Those are two freshmen on the floor for Hayden. So. Bond, dump off. It's got to have some muscle on that one. A foul going to be on the Schmidtline. She'll pick up her fourth personal foul. So we'll have three girls going to the fourth quarter with 4 fouls, including 2 key players for the Broncos and 1 key player for Wildcats. Ramsey's been on the bench for most of this third quarter with those 3 fouls. And Isabel Harris will roll in the first one. She's got 5 points, does Harris. Out goes Schmidtline with those 4 fouls. Connell will come in for her. 41.7 seconds to go third quarter. The second one did Harris. Quickly up the floor. Greco top of the key. A timeout going to be taken by Coach Reynoldson with 30 seconds to play in this third quarter. Just a 30. We'll go ahead and keep it here once again. Again, we're back here in action tomorrow morning, 9:45 pregame, 10 a.m. tip with Trinity Academy. Go check out varsitysportslive.com for the full list. If you're wondering when the Broncos play and when they're going to be on the air with us, it's at varsitysportslive.com as well as youtube.com at Spring Hill Sports Live. And we've got a full slate of action. Baldwin, Tonganoxie, Eudora, Paola, and Lewisburg all in action tonight across our network. And check out JC Sports as well, Johnson County. Not sure if everybody knows, but we're the broadcast partner for Johnson County Cavalier Athletics, and so loads of basketball. They play really high-level junior college basketball up there, and we bring them to you each and every night. Right side for Walters. Moving around here near side for Meyer. Skip past far side back to Walters. Put it on the deck. Here's Greco, 17 seconds. Meyer wants one. That one in, out, and then back in again.
Oh, just went back out and back in.
Yep, back in. Meyer has 5 third quarter points, 10 for the game, and a turnover by the Broncos. We'll give them one more look at it. 44-28. Inbound deep to Greco. It's a pretty good inbound. They're going to get a great look at one. Connell. That is a rough third quarter for the Spring Hill Broncos. If they can go all year without another quarter like that, they'll be feeling pretty good. A hard one to swallow, limited to just 8 third-quarter points. Fourth quarter coming up next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
Broncos outscored 23-8 in that third quarter. Just a rough outing all the way around. They were only down by 4 going into the third quarter and down by 19 here. Kick, Rodden, look to attack. Back outside for Meter and just cut up that play. That's kind of been that third quarter. And that's all. It's a big part of Hayden. I mean, Hayden's been causing all these problems. It's certainly not for a lack of effort for the Broncos, just execution has not been there because of the defensive effort from Topeka Hayden. Greco. Ramsey back in after a long break because of the 3 fouls. Wrap around down inside Meyer. Herman has to go straight up on her. Good defense all the way around there. And Bond out to Herman. Isla going to try to lead it up the floor. Bella Reed will pick her up. Here's Suter. And nearly stolen away. Meter steps up. Free throw and runner on the way. Good. She has 6. Broncos aren't going to stop here, just down. And Meter swats that one out of Greco's hands.
Substitution, Ella Foster.
Foster checks in for Walters. Meter working against Greco there. Wrap around trying for Ramsey, and Rodden's just trying to keep her off that low block. It's going to be Callie Rodden with a personal foul. Team foul number 1 of this fourth quarter. It's Rodden's 3rd, actually. Greco with it out high. Little runner with the right hand, just missed. Bond in there, ends up in the hands of Herman. Isla looking up, trying to find a place to get to it. Difficult pass. Meter off to Rodden. Rodden got to go right at her. Back outside Meter. Meter will wrap around, shot up and good. Aubrey starting to come alive here in this fourth quarter. 47-32.
Keep stringing a few possessions like that back to back. You know, stranger things have happened.
Little runner from Greco, no good. You got to get stops as well, and they do. Now 3 straight stops defensively. Up in front for Suter. Suter off to Herman. Here's Bond, little scoop over the left hand. That one's no good. Rodden all over it. Ball last touched off of Suter, I believe.
Kind of expand on what I mentioned there in the first half. Again, Addie Bond doing some great things down there. I think she's had 3 defensive rebounds here in this fourth quarter already. So, and she's the point guard. So down there doing some work. Addie's having a nice game here tonight.
Lead down to 15. Schmidtline's got to track that one down. She's playing with 4 fouls with the ball right now. Meyer whipping around quick left near side for Reed, and a foul going to be called on Suter. It'll be her second. Oh, it's her fourth. I've been losing track of these. There have been too many of them, and I disagreed with maybe too many of them. That's why I didn't write them down. But it's Broncos with 3 players with 4 fouls. 4 players. No, 3 players with 4 fouls. Rodgers just has the 3. And Schmidt line at the free throw line knocks down the first one. That one's no good. Rebound out of there by Ramsey for the Wildcats. Getting a rebound on that missed free throw.
It's possession, things like that drive coaches crazy because you have clear possession or position on the player on a free throw, and there was 2 of us there, and she got the rebound.
Yeah, Ramsey's no joke down in there right now, though.
She knows what she's doing for sure.
Hard to stop. 49-32. 50 rather. 50. You guys can see it on the screen. I should probably look there once in a while. There's a 3 by a meter, no good. Long pass from Greco on the mark. That was a dart. Schmidt line, no good. Ramsey will be fouled hard. And Ramsey will go to the free throw line to shoot too.
Addie Bond with her 5th foul.
So Bond will foul out with 4:48 to play. And Ramsey will knock down the first one. I'm going to walk a line here, but this game was not called as tightly as the game the other night, yet there have been more fouls called.
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Well,
about early on the play,
yeah.
when you don't know how you're supposed to play, it's going to lead to more fouls happening because you just don't know.
The first part of the game, we talked about that on how they were letting them play and they weren't calling those fouls, and then all of a sudden you look at somebody cross-eyed.
They're going to end up with four people fouling out of a game.
Yep.
It's a 20-point contest at this point right now, 52-32.
Well, Lizzie Suitors just fouled out.
They got Aubrey Meter on that one, I think.
They did?
Yep. And Aubrey, miraculously, how does she only have 1 foul?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's awesome. She's played as good a defense as she has all night, and just to pick up her first foul here at this point. Head scratching. Inbound. Here's Reed. She'll kick it out for Greco. Greco, little runner with the right hand. Oh, good. Ramsey, though, there, man, she has taken over. She's nearly another one. She'll go up, and Ramsey will go back to the free throw line to shoot, too. 6-foot senior. Was limited to just 3 points in the first half, but she has 7 here in the second half, double figures with 10, and she'll go to the free throw line here. This one's up and good. You just start to find a silver lining here in this one, and you've got a young squad that's trying to kind of learn how to play together all at the same time, and you've got one of your main catalysts out of the ball game with injury. It's going to, when you get up against some adversity, how you respond to that. Now, maybe some adjustments here probably wasn't what you wanted in this one, but the Broncos are going to battle through here against a really good opponent and learn a little bit about themselves. Here's Meter.
Ramsey is having a profound effect down there on the block. She's got, Callie likes to catch the ball there at the free throw line. She likes to go right and go to the rim and either, get herself a good look at a layup or draw contact. And right now she's got Callie not even looking. Callie looked that way and realized she was there and that it was going to be difficult and just passed out and then passed the ball out away from it. So
Meyer, 3 on the way, no good. And a foul going to be on Ramsey over the back, so that will be her 4th.
Is called out Billy Ramsey. That is her 5th personal.
Or is her 5th, rather. I did have her for 4th.
Hayden substitution.
6 foot for 5'4".
Yep.
3.5 to play. You get Schmidtline out of the ball game with her 4 fouls as well. It might open up things here for a little run for the Broncos. Already open there. Herman, handoff from Rodden. Back to Meter. Got to work quickly. Down into Rodden. And a foul going to call, I'm guessing, Mitchell.
And there you see with drawing a blank now, number 10 for Hayden. Without her out of the game, 2 plays in a row, went straight to Callie Rodden.
Ramsey sitting down with those 5 fouls.
And Callie drawing contact like she does, going back to the free throw line. So
foul's called on Meyer, her first. And Rodden pretty consistent from the free throw line here. Knocked down that one. Her first point of the ball game. Hit them both. .34-34. Broncos a tough third quarter. Put themselves behind the 8 ball going to the fourth quarter now with 3 minutes to go. Find themselves down by 20 against the Wildcats.
in that,
it's a foul, certainly.
She had her hand down just a little bit, right? No. So, but in the first 4 minutes of this game, that wouldn't have been sniffed as a foul.
I'm close. You got to adjust as you're a player playing out. It's just a moving target from time to time.
They didn't ask our opinion, BJ.
They didn't. They're getting it. Meyer missed that free throw. And boy, the Wildcats hit a few more free throws. This is even a little more lopsided than it is right now. 55-34. Oh, Greco. Good dish, Meyer finish.
That's good execution there.
Meyer.
Hayden fouls called on Riley Meyer. That's her second personal. For this team foul.
Stars will check out for Hayden with 2.5 to play. Inbound quickly. Herman can't get it to go. Isla had a tough night shooting as well when she did get a chance to look at it. A couple of them just didn't go through that looked like would have been normal makes.
Spring Hill fouls called on Aubrey Meter, her third personal.
Yeah, Aubrey's trying to get into the game on the fouls. She wants to.
We'll shoot 2.
She don't want to be left out. Picks up her third. And at the free throw line is Ella Foster. She'll knock down the first one. Going off the back heel, no good. Tracked down by Hayden, though. Infantry pass down inside Connell. Good defense there by Harris. Gathered up, though, by Mitchell. Give way. Going to drive, and that one's lost. Into the game for the Wildcats. Going to the free throw line is Sophia Wichman. Another freshman for this team. It's on the floor. Missed it. Let's turn in the Knights of Columbus free throw shooting contest here in the second half. Down the stretch of this one because of now everybody having 5 team fouls. So we'll be shooting free throws for the final 2:03 of this. We do have a boys game coming up in just a little bit. The backside of our doubleheader here from the Paul Terry Classic. We'll have the Bronco boys against the Hayden Wildcats. And don't forget, right back here tomorrow morning, 9:45 pregame, 10 o'clock tip as the Broncos take on the Trinity Academy Knights. There is Rodden at the free throw line.
Talk about Knights of Columbus free throws. I was a Knights of Columbus free throw champion back in my day. Probably about 10 years old.
Oh, boy.
And with my athletic prowess, I still display that trophy today.
I would too. Mitchell crashing the boards. Again, just hard play by her. And it's going to be a jump ball in favor of Hayden, so they'll keep it here with a minute 51 to play. Entry pass down inside. Good move there by Connell, not able to close it out. Herman with the rebound, handoff for Meter. Meter. Hassled by Mitchell. Dump off inside Rodden. Quickly over to Meter. Back outside Suter. Now here's Herman. Isla, step back three on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out of there by Connell. A lot of one and dones as well for Spring Hill. Three on the way off the glass, no good. Loose ball. Well, preseason legs, perhaps. That tomorrow morning call is going to be a rough one.
Yep.
If you're tuckered today, you're going to be real tuckered tomorrow morning. Rebound pulled out of there by Mitchell. Should try to finish on Herman. Isla doing her best to try to foul out of this game. Not able to do so there. And a good board by Rodden. Suter. Better to have one like this early than late.
Yeah.
Plenty to talk about, plenty to learn from in this ball game. And again, Broncos playing shorthanded. No Sydney Busher. Emery feedback out for a season-ending injury as well. And so your post presence, which would have been very crucial in this game, if you're at full capacity, it's a much different outcome, I think, in this game for the Broncos. And so a little adversity early on in this season, got to overcome it. Seeing it here today, Mitchell trying to get it. Another near real nice rebound by Rodden, couldn't hold on. Back at it, 8 seconds. They'll pull it out and let this one run out. 59-36, Broncos going to take one on the chin in the second half. That was a 24-20 game at halftime. And instead it will end 59-36. Just got caught by a buzzsaw in the second half by the Topeka Hayden Wildcats. We'll talk about it next as we wrap up our girls coverage and start to set the scene for the boys action that's coming up in just a little bit as we kick off the Team Young Realty post-game show. Team Young had a ribbon cutting today. They're on Webster Street, just down there next to Prime Accounting, J&T Auto, that little area down there. Stop by and see Sharon, tell her we sent you there. Team Young Realty ribbon cutting today, and excited to have all they bring to the community. So Team Young Realty post-game show. We'll talk about this girls game a little bit, start to get you ready for the boys action. All that and more still to come here for the Paul Terry Classic in Emporia. It's BJ Harris along with Curtis Kaiser. Girls fall 59-36. You're watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
Looking for a real estate team you can trust? Join Team Young Realty, your local family-owned experts in Spring Hill and beyond. Whether you're selling or buying, Team Young is here to make it easy. Looking to sell but don't have time or money to make it shine? Team Young will invest to make your home show ready to get top value. And if you're looking to buy, Team Young is here to assist at every step. Team Young Realty, committed to bringing affordable housing to Spring Hill and the surrounding area. Call for a free no-obligation consultation, 913-222-9843.
Perfect. Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back out here on the Team Young Realty Postgame Show. BJ Harris, Curtis Kaiser, as we wrap things up here on the girls' side of things. Lady Broncos fall here tonight, 59-36. Tough one against a really good Topeka Hayden Wildcat team. Here's how we got to where we are. Broncos, they did lead in this game briefly in the first quarter, fell behind 5-0, eventually grabbed the lead 6-5 with the 3:20 mark of the first quarter. It went back and forth there for a little bit. Hayden led 10-8 after one. They led 24-20 at halftime, but a 23-8 third quarter by Hayden kind of put this thing away, 47-28 after three, and then wrap it up 59-36. Here's a look at your scoring totals. First up for the Wildcats. Good team effort from them. That's a good team. Haley Schmidtline, she's going to be a real good one for them. 12 points for the freshman, 11 points for Briley Meyer, 11 points for Millie Ramsey, and then 7 points from Blakely Walters, 5 points from Emberly Conley, 4 points from Norma Greco, 1 point from Ella Foster. For the Broncos, not quite as much contribution from across the roster as they finish this one with just 5 girls in the scorebook, 10 points in double figures, only one player in double figures. That's Isla Herman with 10. 9 points from Addie Bond, 8 points from Abby Meter, and 4 points from Callie Rodden. That's it for the Broncos here as they fall 59-36. We'll be right back here with the Broncos tomorrow morning, 9:45 pregame, 10 a.m. tip as we take on the Trinity Academy Knights. I think the Broncos will have a really chance to get right tomorrow, but they'll certainly have a good competition in that one. We'll have that one for you tomorrow morning. We got the boys game coming up in just a little bit, and we will wrap things up here on the postgame show and get going on your pregame show here in about 5 minutes when we kick off the Comfort Designs pregame show as the Bronco boys 1-0 get ready to take on the 1-1 Hayden Wildcats. Again, on the girls' side of things, 59-36. Ladies fall here to Hayden. They fall to 1-1 on the year. Wildcats move to 2-0. You've been watching the Team Young Realty postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
Live remarkably at Colonial Oaks Spring Hill. The caring, loving, and qualified staff of professionals at Colonial Oaks offers your loved ones the care they need with the compassion they deserve. With a wide range of services, Colonial Oaks can meet a variety of needs, including with their Rhythm of the Day Memory Care program or on-site therapy with Empower Me Wellness. Residents enjoy 3 delicious restaurant-style meals daily, all with the support of the Colonial Oaks team. Learn more at colonialoaks.com. Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health, because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
And welcome back, everyone, in here to Emporia High School, the Paul Terry Classic, as the Spring Hill Bronco boys get set to take on the Topeka Hayden Wildcats in the backside of our high school basketball doubleheader. You are watching Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. And, of course, this is the Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's locally owned heating and air conditioning company for more than 20 years. Learn more at ComfortDesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Well, the Bronco boys coming in on a one-win winning streak, 1-0 on the season, as they knocked off Emporia, the host of this tournament, 46-40 on Tuesday night. A real team effort all the way around, as nobody scored in double figures for the Broncos. Jordan Miller led the way with 9. 8 points from Martin Freegon, 8 points from Evan Brown, and then 7 points from Jackson Bruce, 6 points from Peyton McAvoy, 4 points from Brooks Byer, 3 points from Ryan Jackson, and 1 point from Hudson Gaw. So the Broncos really spread the wealth in that game and played really good defense to allow themselves to handle cold shooting when that happened, and then take advantage when the other team went cold as well, the good defense. But you know, Curtis, coming into this season, you maybe didn't know exactly what you had with the Broncos, and they certainly still don't. But with one game under their belt against an Emporia team that's not terrible, and a team that certainly gave them a good look, you know, Coach Bouchard's got to feel pretty good about at least one done and one game into the season feeling okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Emporia is a solid program year in, year out, and you know the way we played Emporia last year down here, and they took us behind the woodshed. Yeah. And so to come in here on Tuesday night with a young team against a team that's perennial state, competitor, to come in on their home floor, and you got to win because of your defensive intensity. You got to feel good about that. And so, the Broncos, again, nobody in double figure scoring on Tuesday. So, that's a double-edged sword. A lot of times we talk about having that alpha dog. Who's that one person that you can go to get a bucket when you need it, when the other team's on a run? Who can you go to that's going to match every team's best player step for step and things like that? We didn't find that for the boys in our first game on Tuesday, but that can be a good thing too, right? So if we have a balanced scoring like we did last time with 3 or 4 guys that are close to 10 points, but not quite, then the defense too doesn't know. Okay, well they don't really have an alpha dog. Who are they going to go to in crunch time? If the name recognition isn't there, then the offense may have an advantage as well. And again, these young guys, they really executed well, especially down the stretch the other night. So I'm looking forward to tonight. Again, it's going to be just as good a tough game like we had against Emporia. This Topeka Hayden team is pretty good, so we're going to have our hands full. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think Coach Bouchard's got to like where we're at, and I'm sure he's got a good game plan in place for tonight.
And equally as difficult sometimes, if you certainly have that one guy and you can focus on it, that's our guy, he's going to go lock him down. But if you're trying to prepare for a team like Spring Hill and you have no clear person you're trying to stop, you don't know exactly who's going to go off, and if everybody has the opportunity or ability to go off at any time, it's going to make it teams difficult to stop. And so this Bronco team, long, athletic, and able to get into passing lanes. We'll see if that helps them on the defensive end of the floor. They're going to have their hands full again against this Hayden Wildcat team. Time for our pregame area matchups, brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. They've served area communities for decades, and when you're out traveling your next big matchup, look for one of those Elliott Insurance locations near you. Learn more at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com, and see our full slate of games online at VarsitySportsLive.com. Baldwin Bulldogs taking on the Chinook Blue Comets. That was earlier this week. Baldwin's actually taking on the Burlington Wildcats. Udoa Cardinals taking on the Atchison Phoenix. And Lewisburg Wildcats hosting the Wamego Red Raiders. Tonganoxie Chieftains taking on the Jefferson County North Chargers. And, of course, we're here with the Broncos on this one. Paola hosting their home tournament as well, as Paola's taking on Perry LeCompton in their matchup on the boys' side of things, I believe. And so the basketball season in full swing here for a minute, and then it's going to take a little bit of a break, and then we will really hit it on January the 3rd when the Broncos open up the new year with a game at home against Baldwin. We'll have there, y'all, at home. I did have that schedule, now I've lost it. At home against, wrong team. Can't leave it now, Curtis. I already said it, now I'm off and running here. But Eudora, rather, that's Eudora when they open up Frontier League play there in 2025. We're going to take another quick break. We come back, opening tip-off and starting lineups right around the corner. This is the Comfort Designs pregame show from Emporia in the Paul Terry Classic on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2015. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Going through the starting lineups here inside the gym. We will do them as well. First up for the Hayden Wildcats will be number 3, James Kuda, a 6'3 senior. Number 4, Jacob Deester, a 6'1 senior. Number 5, Connor Hanica, 6'4 junior. Number 12, Cade Mitchell, 5'8 junior. Number 14, Mason Betcher, a 5'11 sophomore. Wildcats coached by Dwayne Anthony. For the Broncos, it'll be number 2, Jackson Bruce, 6'3 sophomore. Number 3, Jordan Miller, 6'2 junior. Number 21, Martin Freegon, a 6'2 junior. Number 22, Peyton McAvoy, a 6 foot sophomore. Freegon's actually a senior. Peyton McAvoy's a junior. Somewhere these got off. Evan Brown, a 6'2 senior as well. Broncos 1-0. Freegon get a match at center court. Opening tip-off brought to you by the Spring Hill Co-op, your local farm and ag store located in historic Spring Hill, downtown Spring Hill. Fertilizer, seed, livestock, pet feed, and so much more. Stop in to see the helpful staff at the Spring Hill Co-op or call them at 913-592-0094. Broncos going to win the opening tip. Jordan Miller will have it. He'll attack, kick, Bruce. Now over to McAvoy. Back around they go. Bruce will pull it out. Here's Miller. Over to Brown. Freegon sets up. 3 on the way. No good. Bruce, good effort on the rebound. Going to come in down with it. Will Hanukkah for the Wildcats. Up in front goes Deester. He'll kick near side. Controlled by Kuda. Reset by Mitchell. Off left side, quick move to the rim. That was a nice take on a first step by Mason Becker. Rather.
You have to have better help defense there if you're going to stop that. That was a good attack there, but our defense was a little slow on the rotation.
2-0 lead there for Hayden. Right side for Bruce. He'll attack, elevate just outside the elbow. Good. Nice take there by Jackson Bruce. Pretty nice shot. Leaving this up at 2 apiece. Hayden's second possession of this game. Becker, kick to the right corner. Quickly back around Hanukkah. He'll put it on the deck and go. Pushing in is Hanukkah. Good defense by Freegon. Off balance shot. Rebound pulled out there by Evan Brown. Pulled down by Miller. Miller will attack. Hard pass to Freegon. Marty into the paint. Kick. Reset by Jordan Miller. Here was 6:18 to go first quarter. Brown, why not? 3 on the way. Good, rolls it in. Give him that much space. He says go ahead. Broncos with their first lead of the game, 5-2.
Yeah, Evan doesn't need much space. You give him space, he could be in trouble. That was a good shot.
Quick trigger, too.
Yep.
Good defense there by Freegon, trying to get in front of Hanukkah. Diving on it was Miller, and I think they're going to get
Jordan Miller on
grabbing in on that one from the floor.
Those kinds of hustle fouls like that, you don't mind as a coach. You're just trying to pursue the ball there.
Becker will throw it in deep for Hanukkah. Quickly to the corner for Becker. Catching fire 3 off the mark. No good. Freegon knocking around, and ball nice touched out of bounds off of Hayden. Jacob Deester, last guy to touch it.
You know, that particular inbounds play is the oldest inbounds play in the book, and teams continually struggle to defend that. Now, they didn't score on that, but they had a good look, and so I struggle with that a little bit because it's been around forever. It's not like it's something new.
Oldie but a goodie.
Yeah.
McAvoy catching fire 3 on the way. Good, and the foul. How about 4? McAvoy with a chance to make it that way, and the Broncos picking up a little bit where they left off the other night. Certainly early on in the game. McAvoy's
at the line for the Broncos. McAvoy will shoot.
Foul was called on Becker, his first. Team foul number 1 on the Wildcats, and McAvoy with a chance to go for the old-fashioned 4-point play. Couldn't do it. Up quickly in front, running, and just couldn't handle was Mitchell. Broncos with it. Miller, kick, corner, Brown, 3, no good. Miller's there with the rebound. Jordan will keep it, clear some space. Back outside, Brown another 3 on the way. Good, Evan Brown. Back-to-back tries, and the Wildcats take a timeout. Friday the 13th, and the threes are flying here for the Broncos. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Katie Casey, and I'm honored to be a third-generation realtor in our Crown Realty family. My dad and grandparents started Crown Realty in 1973, and since then we have grown to become one of the largest brokerages in the Midwest. We now have 8 office locations and over 150 agents covering about 20 counties across Kansas and Missouri. Reach out to us today to experience the Crown Realty difference, where we are committed to treating our agents like family and our clients like royalty.
For 50 years, Elliott Group has been your local insurance partner. With 5 convenient locations, Elliott Group is big enough to offer the best carriers, but small enough to know your name and your insurance needs. Elliott Group is more than just insurance. They're a part of each community they serve, with a wide variety of insurance solutions to help your unique challenges. Elliott Group, where they're there for you today and for years to come. Visit them at any of their 5 locations or at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Back out here and back underway. Out of the timeout by the Wildcats on a pair of Evan Brown threes. Forced them to cause that timeout to think about it. Now a foul going to be called against Miller. He's going to have to play differently. If the boys weren't watching the girls' game, they should have been.
Bronco foul is called on Jordan Miller, his second.
Those become less allowable the further away from the basket you get as well. And so he was way out around midcourt. Pretty easy to see on the reach in for Miller. He'll sit down with 2 fouls. Into the game comes Ryan Jackson for Spring Hill. Near side Becker. Here's Kuda. Back around off our side. Number 4 is Deester. Guarded by Bruce. Good hands there by Bruce in the passing lane. Deester now for 3. Bruce got to get up there, at least try to defend that and fly in there. Deester, easy look at a 3. Answers back. Here's a 3 from Brown, trying to be the hot hand. Other side, check this one, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by the Wildcats. Here's Deester. Near side, Kuda. Deester, another open look at one. Broncos laid over off the mark. Rebound to be determined. Bruce comes out of there, helped out by McAvoy. Here comes Jackson Bruce in transition. Hard pass, good look, no look. What a beauty from Jackson Bruce. Evan Brown. 8 points here in the first quarter for the Broncos for Brown.
It's a good no-look pass there. It's hard. That's good soft hands there by Evan to catch that. Had some smoke on it.
Brown will clear the glass on the other end as well. He needs help. Under 4, midway point of this first quarter. Broncos in control. Loose ball, though, jump ball. No, going to be a foul, rather, called against Becker, and that'll be his second. He'll have to sit down. In for him will come Trey Banks, 5'9" senior.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky there. It was a bad pass. It threw it right at Peyton's feet there. Makes it hard to catch, but we were lucky to get bailed out by a foul there.
Hudson got into the ball game along with, here's another 3. This one no good on Bruce, but a good rebound by Brooks Byer. Brooks going to wait. Patience comes over, ripped from behind. Not going to draw that contact. Tough break there for Byer. Here comes the Wildcats in transition. Mitchell, loose ball, hits the floor. Back over. Deester with a chance to look at one. Last second pass outside, and good help defense there to keep that from being an easy layup in the paint. They'll reset with the Wildcats. Broncos avoid an easy one for Hayden. Here's Deester near side. Long entry pass in for Hanukkah, and a foul going to be called against McAvoy. They're not going to let you reach in on it.
Peyton, I think, touched it. He was out of bounds. I don't think it was a foul.
Okay.
Yeah, Peyton was standing out of bounds. I think he touched the ball.
So Banks will inbound for the Wildcats. To Deester, catch. Clears his own space. Little runner on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Gaw. Hudson. Bruce will call the play. Here's McAvoy, 2:50 to play first quarter. Bruce said, I'll just do it myself. Now kick out Jackson. Jackson will penetrate. Dish. McAvoy, open look from the corner on the way. No good. Skipped it. Bruce, though, there to get the rebound. Broncos another chance, and now a double dribble going to be called on Jackson Bruce. Just carried it just a little bit.
Again, good pursuit of the basketball there by the young man. Again, just a sophomore, but shot goes up. Went after the rebound.
Corey Kirkner set to get his first minutes of the season here. Hanukkah over to Mitchell. Back outside for Deester. Good matchup there between Deester and Bruce. Couple of long guards. Hanukkah. Shot clock will be a factor here for this one right now, I'd say.
Yeah, even in the girls' game.
Bronco defense is getting fired up. Oh, they're going to call block on McAvoy trying to get over there. He had time.
I think all Peyton had to do was square up there a little bit. He kind of turned to the side there a little bit when the contact happened, and I think maybe that's why it didn't get called. But
he'll pick up his first personal foul, team foul number 3 on the Broncos. And the first one's no good on the take by Deester. 1:57 to play in this first quarter. Broncos in front 13-5. Fell behind early and grabbed the lead on a pair of Evan Brown threes. Peyton McAvoy with the 3 as well. Jackson Bruce with the other 2. And that one will go down for Deester. Pressure going to be applied by the Wildcats in the backcourt. Long pass up to Brooks Byer. Good one more pass for Corey Kirkner. Right place, right time. 10-point lead for the Broncos, largest of the game. And the early going of this one. 98 seconds to play. Deester. Kick. Mitchell. Rise. 3. No good. Byer swatted that one out. And I think it's going to be last touched by Brooks out of bounds. Byer's going to try to tie his shoe.
Any of the kids
He was going to try to get time to tie his shoe. I'm quite confident he can tie his shoe. I'm just saying he was going to try to get the time to tie his shoe.
Anybody that's ever played for me, I've coached a lot of basketball in my years, but every double knot your shoes before the game ever starts.
That's just a good policy for every day. Double knot your shoes. Try to teach a 6-year-old how to double knot. That's a problem. Mitchell outside on left wing. Dump off inside. Kick now. 3 on the way from Kuda. No good. That one hit the top of the backboard. Going to go back to the Broncos. Another defensive stop. That defense for Spring Hill.
And you know you've done good as a parent by telling you if you've coached your kids, because my daughter Emma will watch a basketball game. Somebody will be tying her shoes like,
should have
double knotted him.
Kirkner airmailed that one, intended for Byer, but Byer never had a chance. Minute 13. And then Jackson going to get called for that one, reaching over the back on the entry pass to the high post for Kuda.
Spring Hill fouls called on Ryan Jackson. His first.
Evan Brown going to come back into the ball game for Spring Hill.
Evan Brown.
Out goes Kirkner. Goes way out there working on Hanukkah. Throw it up and off the glass for Kuda. Long pass, here's Gaw. They're selling out defensively, are the Wildcats. Jackson, long pass over to Brown. Brown catch. Back to Bruce. Bruce wants to put it on the deck. He'll elevate. 17-footer on the way, no good. And rebound pulled out of there by the Wildcats. Here comes Deester in transition. Spinning in the paint. Nice move there. Beautiful take there by Jacob Deester. He's got 6 first-quarter points. Trying to close out this quarter on a flurry, are the Wildcats. There's a good layup there. Hudson Gaw lays it up and in.
Good attack by Hudson there. It was saw a lane to the basket, was aggressive with it. Thought maybe he'd draw some contact too, but good strong finish.
Wildcats looking to work for the final shot of this. Oh, that's a lot of steps. How many can you take? Little runner up, and it will roll out. That's how the Broncos will end this first quarter. Pretty good flurry by the Broncos. Defensive efforts there, similar to what we saw the other night. Once is a fluke, twice is the team, and we'll see in pretty good put together so far in the first quarter of this one. Second quarter coming up next on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Here at Strode Orthodontics, we are a single doctor practice, which means that I am the only orthodontist here in the practice. I will be the one guiding you through your care journey. With our experienced staff, your appointments will be more efficient and more comfortable. We love treating kids as well as adults. We want you to be happy with your experience during orthodontic treatment as well as your smile at the end. I love when patients tell me that their smile has improved their confidence and their quality of life, because a smile is for a lifetime.
(17-10) Broncos in front by 7. Just joining us, Bronco girls had a rough third quarter against Topeka Hayden. It was a 24-20 game at halftime. Broncos a little short-handed with some injuries, and that third quarter showed it. Outscored 23-8 in the third, and fell tonight 59-36 to Topeka Hayden. So they'll be licking their wounds tomorrow morning when we get started bright and early. 9:45 pregame, 10 a.m. tip with the girls against Trinity Academy. The boys to follow to wrap up this Paul Terry Classic. Some matinee basketball tomorrow. Wildcats will have the ball to start this second quarter, moving from left to right. Becker with it, playing with 2 fouls. Here's Deester, back to Becker. He wants to go baseline. Last minute, throw it over. Heinen in the ball game. He's first couple seconds of the game. He throws up a three from the corner. Heinen with it, top of the key. Back near side, loose ball. Brooks Byer on the deck. McAvoy lost it. Take those gifts and maximize them. There's another one. McAvoy and Gaw. Layup, good. Nice team basketball there. Gaw has 4, and the Broncos add to the lead, 19-10. They lead by 9. They've led by as many as 10.
Yeah, that's good. Again, like when your defense leads to good offense, and that was the case there.
Ooh, got a box out everywhere that time. Brown might have got caught standing still, and an easy layup there for Kuda. He has 4 first half points. Gaw trying to break that pressure. Ooh, that was a good idea. And layup good by Deester. Quick flurry by the Wildcats here. Pressure starting to cause some problems for the Broncos. Better have a plan for that. Long pass up to Jackson. Here's Brown. Now they've got numbers. Byer. Move in, he walked with it. Gosh darn it. A little shuffer there for the youngster. Byer will sit down. Back in comes Freegon. Gaw, Jackson, Freegon, Brown, and McAvoy on the floor for the Broncos. Broncos are going to put a little zone pressure on the Wildcats as well. Heinen picks it out. Hanukkah, deep three from the top of the key, no good. And 3 white shirts, and coming out of there was the Wildcats. Zweisler, he'll fire one away, good. Cooper Zwizzler knocks in the 3-point bucket, and a flurry by the Wildcats has pulled this within a 2-point game. It was a 10-point game, 7-point game at the end of one. And now it's a 2-point game with a quick timeout taken by Coach Bouchard and the Spring Hill Broncos, and we'll keep it right here for this timeout, but not the way you want to start the second quarter if you're the Broncos. That pressure's starting to really cause some problems with easy buckets. Of those 7 points they've scored in this quarter already, 4 of them pretty simple runouts.
And I didn't mention it in the first quarter because it wasn't a negative perhaps, but we had some very long passes trying to break pressure, and that's what you want. That's from a defensive standpoint, that's what you want. The longer the pass is, the better opportunity you have to intercept it. But I think we got fortunate in the first quarter there to have some long passes that weren't intercepted, and now we're kind of paying for that a little bit here. So a little bit in hot potato. Who wants it? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
Yep.
That full cross-court pass is exactly what the defense wants you to do. And so we've got to have somebody come to the ball, make yourself available, shorten that pass, and we'll be able to handle the pressure better.
Jackson Bruce will check in and replace Hudson Gaw. Jackson over to Bruce. Here's Brown. 3 by Brown. No good that time. He had 2 in the first quarter. Missed his last 2 from the near side. Becker. Here's Deester. Becker, left side.
Martin Freegon is doing some work down there, beating and banging there with
Hanukkah. Yep, that's their catalyst. That's a guy they want to get the ball into is Hanukkah. Connor Hanukkah, 6'4" junior, and he has been held scoreless so far, to your point. It is going to be a foul against Jackson, his second. Team foul number 1 here in this second quarter. 5:26 to play before halftime. Deester trying to do it himself. He'll kick. Becker, 3. It looks off the mark. Big rebound here. And Hanukkah over the top of Freegon. Step back, Deester. That one's good. Watch that guy. He can get going.
That defensive rebound, we had position, but if you don't create contact and use it to your advantage, sure, you could say maybe went over the back there, but we were in a good position there. We just didn't use it.
So a foul going to be called against Deester. And that'll be his first team foul number 1, but the first lead of the game for the Wildcats since they led 2-0. Broncos tied it up 2-2 and then took the lead, have not relinquished until this moment. This is a They have now outscored them 19-3 here in this second quarter. Excuse me, 9-3. My bad, not 19. 9. Here's McAvoy for three. Big one coming. No good. Loose ball, though, picked up by Corey Kirkner. Kirkner lays it up and in.
Boy, Corey comes in the game twice each time, and within the first possession, he's got himself an easy bucket. So
Broncos back up in front by 1. Far side, Banks. He'll give way for Swizzler. Dump off, kick. Deester, 3. Other side, this time no good. Need to be strong with it. Kirkner goes up there, can't hold. Wildcats are getting these 50-50 rebounds. That's got to come down a little bit.
Travel.
Oh, got a walk. Was going to be a turnover regardless. Good defensive effort there on that one. On the second chance for the Wildcats. 4:12 to play first half. 21-20 Broncos up by 1. A little stoppage here on checking in just to make sure that they go by the scores table and officially check in, I think is what the conversation that was all about. And we're underway. Bruce. Ooh. Late.
That's a very, very difficult. Ball around the perimeter and find yourself a better angle for that pass.
Far side Deester. Swizzler. Entry pass, turnaround jumper on the way. Good rebound by Evan Brown on the take by Kuda. Brown quickly up the floor, value the basketball. Bruce rather. They're selling out. There's got to be somebody open. Jackson Bruce for 3, no good. And they're going to get a foul on Kirkner. That ball was not possessed yet. It was still kind of becoming it was still in rebound mode, and he poked his hand down there to reach for that ball. I didn't see as though that ball had been even possessed yet. Let it go. .309 to play in the first half. Broncos holding on to a tenuous 1-point lead. They've led by as many as 10 in this first half. Turnaround jumper, Hanukkah, good defense there again by the Broncos, and Evan Brown's clearing the glass for Spring Hill.
That's 2 possessions in a row, though, on that
Kirkner,
zone defense.
3. No good, missed it.
Hayden's got good possessions in that last 2 possessions down there on our zone defense. And
here's McAvoy for 3. No good. Boy, one of these got to go. Evan Brown, right place, right time. Talk about the Broncos zone here.
Yeah, see, they're getting that ball in there. And last couple times we didn't close out on that guy, and he got good shots. Typically, we're more up on the center in that zone, and we haven't been the last couple possessions. So
Freegon. Oh, that's a good play defensively by Becker to reach in there and grab that ball and jump ball it. Pretty clean steal.
Good minutes there by Kirkner.
Corey will sit down. In comes Hudson Gaw. Nope. Carter Gaw. Bruce with it to the corner for Freegon. Back over to Bruce. Bruce and McAvoy same place. Here's Brown. Freegon. Under 2 to play first half. Brown from downtown. No good. Long pass up in front court to Becker. Here's Deester. Ooh, open Zweisler. Bronco bench coming alive, and the parents right behind him. Good defense again by the Broncos. Deester, though, gets it back. Here's Becker. Brown coming over late. Oh, Freegon from behind. Saved by Brown. Evan Brown putting together a game. Up in front for McAvoy. To the corner, Bruce. He gets trapped up. Little help coming in. Evan Brown. Kick it. Gaw. Hudson for three. Ooh, in and out. A couple of these go down. Different game here for the Broncos. Instead, 23-20 right now. And a foul going to be called against Jackson Bruce. That'll be his first. Team foul number 3 on the Broncos.
I think that's Carter. Carter Gaw in the game there.
Carter Gaw, rather. Dang it. I said it. I had it before he did the 3 attempt, and then I just went right back to the first one. There's an off-balance 3 by Swizzer. It's the most whack of fundamental 3, and he's got 2 of them now. He's almost falling down when he takes it, it looks like, but he makes it instead. He's made back both of them. He's taken 23-20. A tie ball game here. Under a minute to play in the first half. Brown, Bruce, wide open 3 on the way. No good. Gaw there. So was Byer. And a foul going to be called on the floor. They're going to get that on Deester. His second, team 2. Carter got inbound. Skip past Brown to Gaw. Didn't catch it cleanly. Up to defer to Brown. Long pass, Bruce. Gaw, step around. Inside. Nice pass and a good ball movement. Patient play there by the Broncos, and Bruce a nice delivery. Or a nice finish. But a nice job by Gaw to find him. 25-23. 4 seconds. Good look as you could have asked for probably right there. 25-23, Broncos going to take a 2-point lead to the break. Flurry to start the second quarter by the Wildcats. Kept a minute. We got plenty to talk about here as we kick off the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime. We'll look back at that girls game. We'll look back at 3 of the 4 quarters of that girls game. We'll just forget about the 1. And then we will reset the scene, get you ready for second half action here, let you know where to find us tomorrow. All that and much more still to come here as we kick off the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected, to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Back with the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Vet Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown veterinarians who know and care about your family. We provide cutting-edge diagnostic services, digital radiology, ultrasound, and in-house same-day blood work, chiropractic, and reproductive services. Come in and see us at our new location here in Paola in the Industrial Park with indoor cattle and equine facilities complete with a hydraulic tip chute. With a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Back out here in Emporia High School, Paul Terry Classic. Paul Terry, just they had a graphic up here, and then it's in the program. The namesake of this tournament was the first African-American to play high school basketball in the state of Kansas. Here at Emporia High School, they broke the color barrier as a sophomore, 1933-34 season. He was the sixth man on a state championship team for head coach Alfred Smith of Emporia High School. And that's a pretty cool story right there. So the Paul Terry Classic is why we make this trip down here to Emporia, and it's a pretty good namesake as far as tournament names go for sure. But right now here at halftime, the Bronco boys do lead by this score. 25-23 is your score at the break. Broncos holding on to that 2-point lead. Here's how we got to where we are. As Hayden would jump out to an early 2-0 lead. Broncos would tie at 2-2 and then take the lead 5-2. And eventually grow that lead to 11-2. So it was a 11-0 run for Spring Hill to grab the lead at one point. And then Hayden kind of started to come back on them. Broncos did lead by as many as 10 at one point, 15-5 in the first quarter, led 17-10 at the end of one, but then came back in the second quarter and were outscored by Hayden 13-8 in the second. A pair of Cooper Schweisler threes really helped them keep pace. 11 points from Jacob Deester also has allowed Hayden to stay in it. The Broncos did fall behind him, including in that second quarter by one briefly, but grabbed the lead back 21-20 and have not relinquished it since that point. But really, Curtis, to bring you in here quickly for a synopsis analysis of that first half. The Broncos played very similar to how they did the other night. A couple threes didn't go down, but they're getting some open looks at those threes when they have them because of the aggressive play of the Hayden defense. But all in all, you get some of those shots to go down. This might be even a little bit different. But Hayden also has their own ability to score as well.
Absolutely. I think my takeaway from that first half is the little things. I think the first game, the Spring Hill really come out offensively, defensively. They did the little things. And when I say little things, we had several opportunities here in this first half to get rebounds. And again, we talked about it with the girls. Coming off of free throws, you have a decided advantage as a defense because you have the inside position. But if you don't create the contact with somebody to back them up to grab the rebound, then you don't have an advantage. And we had several instances here in this first half where the Spring Hill boys had the position, but they didn't create the contact to use it to their advantage. So that's just one of the little things that one of them led to one of those threes that you were talking about. And so those are the things that you got to do, the little things to be successful. And but defensively, again, we're still in the game. We're playing hard defensively. I like what we're doing there. Offensively, I think the threes maybe aren't. We had a flurry there kind of early on, but it's not falling as prevalently as it was the other night. But still shooting with confidence, so I like that. And we'll see. Coach Bouchard's always good at drawing it up in half, coaching the kids up at halftime. So we'll see what happens coming out here when we start the third quarter.
Well, in that first half, 3 threes from the Broncos. They had 5 at halftime the other night, and 2 of those from Evan Brown, putting together a pretty good first half. Your halftime scoring for the Broncos. 10 points for Evan Brown. He's probably leading them in rebounds as well. After 22 years, have not gotten talented enough to keep that stat while I'm also talking, but I would believe he leads in rebounds.
Yeah, I agree.
4 points for Jackson Bruce, 4 points for Hudson Goff, 4 points for Corey Kirkner. For Kirkner, he is leading the points per minute category.
For sure.
And 3 points from Peyton McAvoy for the Broncos, who lead here at halftime, 25-23. The girls fell earlier tonight, 59-36, or earlier today, actually. 59-36 as they were outscored 23-8 in the third quarter against Hayden, despite only being down by 4 at halftime. So a rough third quarter led to a tough outing for Coach Hussa and the Bronco girls. They'll be back in action tomorrow morning at 9:45 pregame, 10 o'clock tip here from Emporia. We'll have that one for you. Be sure to tune in bright and early tomorrow morning. We'll have that. And then back at it next week to wrap things up on Friday with Baldwin for the 2024 part of this season. Then we re-rack it in 2025 on January the 3rd at home against Eudora. That'll do it for the Michael Grand Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. We'll take another quick break. We come back. Second half action coming your way next on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strody Orthodontics.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
Back out here in Emporia High School, getting ready to go to the second half of this one. The Spring Hill Broncos leading 25-23 over the Topeka Hayden Wildcats. B.J. Harris along with you, alongside McCurtis Kaiser. Day number 2 of the Paul Terry Classic. Get into the 6 o'clock hour. There, theoretically, you could watch a lot of basketball today, because you're going to watch this one, and then about 6 o'clock we've got 7 other basketball games firing off over at VarsitySportsLive.com. So go keep up with the Frontier League over there and watch a little basketball tonight. Here's side as we are underway in this second half with the Wildcats controlling the basketball, moving from right to left. Deester and Bruce. It's a good matchup out high between those two. Good look by McAvoy. Reading that pass coming in here up in front for Brown. Got to make it count. McAvoy, why not? 3 downtown on the way, no good. High rebound. Good one, free on there. Fighting for it. Miller, it's out of bounds. Last touched by Miller. Back to the Wildcats.
Good pursuit by the Broncos there. That was good. Both of them pursued the ball well. Pursued it vertically, so didn't foul. Good effort by the Broncos.
Entry pass to Hanukkah. He'll get all the way to the rim. That's where they want him. Shot no good, though. Good defense by Fregon. Martin's been pretty good in the paint when he's needed to. Bruce from way outside, 3 on the way. Good. Jackson Bruce leaving that open. He'll knock down his first 3 of the ball game. He has 7. Broncos lead 28-23. Entry pass into Hanukkah. Backing his way in there. Help defense comes from Bruce. I think he's going to get called for it. And it is called on Jackson Bruce, his second. Team foul number 1 of the second half for the Broncos.
At the line for the Wildcats, Hanukkah will shoot 2.
Good looking 3 down there by Jackson. Again, you get a little bit of a contrast of styles if you look at the way he shoots the ball and his release point versus someone like Evan Brown. You know, Evan, he doesn't need space. He will get it up so quick. Jackson's takes a little bit more time to develop to get into his shot there, but certainly a good shooter and a starter for this Bronco team just as a sophomore, so he's got a bright future.
Hanukkah 0 for 2 at the free throw line. He has yet to score. Jordan Miller wants in on the 3s. This one's not going to go. Rebound to be determined. Good luck guessing who caught that one. And one cheerleader super lucky.
Mm-hmm.
They keep their feet there. She's getting slammed into the wall there.
Yeah.
Broncos going to put a little zone pressure here, three-quarter court. Make them earn it. Easter picks it up where they want him.
Oh, I thought they'd get there to that trap a little bit quicker.
Pregame. Martin catch, fire three, no good. Brown working for it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Hayden. Bruce, get it inbound. Throw it in deep. Peyton's got to fight for it, and he does. Over to Bruce on the left wing. Pump fake, step around. Kick, Brown, three from the corner on the way, no good. Miller comes out of there with it. Good hustle there. Ooh, crazy pass, but up and good. Nice look from Miller and a good finish by Peyton McAvoy. McAvoy has 5. Broncos lead 30-23. That might be a walk, and it was.
Yeah. A few good possessions there by the Broncos.
Defensively, really coming out, playing well. And that was a real nice look from Miller. The quarterback delivering to the tight end. Brown, back to him. Jackson Bruce, top of the key, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Kuda for Hayden. Heinen, near side, Becker, 3 on the way, looks good, good. 30-26. This Hayden team, they're not gonna stop. They're gonna keep on coming. Broncos got to continue to keep the pressure on them.
Yeah, I'm not sure that 3 down there by Jackson Bruce is what Coach Bouchard would want. You got to give your chance to run an offense there. He kind of pulled that trigger a little quick. But
Brown drilled as he released the ball. It's the deck. Hanukkah going the other end. Freegon hustles back. And Hanukkah will get his first field goal of the ball game on a fast break, 30-28. Every time the Broncos start to look like they're going to grow a lead, Hayden goes on a little flurry to keep it tight. And Coach Bouchard wants to talk about that fact right there. 30-28 is your score. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Bronco basketball.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
They say you can't put a price on fun, but at Sonic, fun is exactly $1.99 for your favorites like the quarter-pound double cheeseburger. So take that, they. The Fun 99 menu, always $1.99 each.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
Make your brand soar with Skylark Printing in Spring Hill. Family owned and operated, Skylark Printing has been helping businesses rise above the noise for over 25 years. They use top-of-the-line commercial printing equipment and American-made materials to create premium quality products at competitive prices. Visit their website at skylarkprinting.com to explore sign and sticker options, read customer 5-star reviews, and reach out to let them help your business stand out from the rest. Skylark Printing, rise above the noise.
Here we go, coming out of the timeout, 4:42 to play, third quarter. Broncos with the basketball. Miller, good move to the rim, that time by Jordan Miller, his first field goal of the ball game. 32-28. Broncos trying to keep the Wildcats at bay.
He attacked the rim there with some intensity.
Came with a purpose.
Yep. Had the size advantage there, and you knew he was going to try to exploit it.
Hanukkah. Marty Freegon is putting on a defensive effort against a guy about 3 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
2 at the least. Miller needed help, threw it away. Heinen out to Hanukkah. Bruce wise not to pick up that third foul, I think, there, and let him have that one. Hanukkah will pick up his second field goal of this quarter, 32-30. Miller a little out of control perhaps on that one, but going to draw the contact nonetheless.
Again, I think he's noticed the size advantage there that he's got on number 2 that's guarding him. That's why the coach comes in and makes an adjustment there.
Bobcat substitution number 1, Trey Banks.
Broncos will have it underneath their own basket to inbound, just under 4 to play, third quarter. Inbound deep to Freegon.
Oh, missed Evan Brown there. He had a moment where if they got to him right when he got to that block, he'd have an easy shot.
Here's Freegon. Brown way out high. Man-to-man. Tight on-ball defense by the Wildcats, not giving much separation. Can you keep that up for 4 quarters? We'll see. Broncos just need to be patient to get the open look that they want. Don't force it. Miller. Dish. Freegon, open look at a 3 on the way. Good. Martin Freegon drops in a triple. His first field goal of the ball game's a big one. 35-30. Kick out corner. Becker for 3, no good. Can't answer back. Brown there for another rebound.
Great shot down there by Martin Freegon, but that was set up by the intensity again in which Jordan Miller attacked the rim there. He made the defense commit to him and found him open for the 3. So headsy play there.
McAvoy near side. Now he needs help. Bailed out by Miller. Miller's athleticism getting put on display right there. Taking it to the rim. And, whoa, that was just on the rebound. He just had a hold of the ball.
Yeah, it was the ball.
That was a tough break against the Broncos, 2:32.
Yeah, that's a tough call on Jordan there. Again, I think he had his hand on the ball, and it was the force. You know, you can't call a kid for a foul when he's got his hand on the ball, not on the player.
Yeah. They were running that clock that whole time during the dead ball. And I think the Hayden coaches may have just brought that to their attention. I'm not exactly sure.
Well, they should adjust it if that was the case.
About 2:35 is, I think, when that clock probably should have been stopped. I'm not sure exactly if that's what they're talking about out there, but I did notice the clock running during a dead ball, and I don't think they're going to make any changes.
If you're watching Spring Hill Sports Live, let us know.
No, I know it was.
What time that should have been.
Wildcat basketball nonetheless. New side for Banks. Here's Hanukkah. Skip pass far side. Schweisler, 3 on the way, no good. Good rebound though, up and good. On the putback by Kuda. 35-32. Here's Ryan Jackson into the ball game to the corner for Brown. Catches 3. Good. Evan Brown's third 3 of the ball game. 13 points for him. Just when they need him, they're getting him.
Tough shot there by Evan. He was kind of fading a little bit out of bounds.
Wasn't caught real cleanly either, but able to get it up. Slow closeout.
You could tell he wanted a shot, so he caught it, didn't catch it clean, and then when he did shoot, he was a little off balance there. But
we'll take it.
Tough shot.
Hanukkah way out high. Minute 23 to go, third quarter. Hanukkah lost it. Good defense there. Byer throw it out in front for Brown. Brown stopped, little 10-footer off the glass, left it short. That was an off-balance shot as well. And up to Banks. Now they have numbers. Now it's near loose again. Schweisler to Banks. Kick, corner, Becker. Good closeout by Bruce. The length showing up there and a foul to boot. Good effort there all the way around by everybody on the court. But Mason Becker ends up being the guy with the last laugh as he will knock down the bucket and one. 5 third quarter points for Becker. 7 in the game. And he will go to the free throw line to shoot the and one here with 1:01 to play in the third. 38-34. And Bruce showing that length out there to keep that from being an easy 3 take. Byer, good rebound. Oh, that was a quick jump ball.
You know, back in the day, you had to work for those.
I got heartburn. Under a minute to play. Long pass, dangerous one. Brown, the senior, looks at the sophomore. Have patience. It'll pay off with Jackson Bruce, I promise you. 4-point lead. Broncos led by 2 at halftime. Now lead by 4. Wildcats will not go away. Becker, little runner, he is quick. Loose ball, going to be bounced in the hands of the Wildcats. There's Jackson coming in late last minute, nearly got away with it. Now they will reset the Wildcats with 31 seconds. Coach Anthony working at it for the Wildcats. 20 seconds. They will work for the final shot. Becker. Kick, corner, 3 on the way. No good. Time. Broncos with time. Brown up in front. McAvoy, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. McAvoy will set, fire, and that will be the end of the third. 38-34. Broncos lead by 4. They gained a couple points on the Wildcats in that quarter. We'll see what the fourth quarter comes. We got a dandy on hand. Some early evening basketball on Spring Hill Sports Live.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Struggling at school? Feeling like no one understands you? The stress and worry of growing up and life in general can truly feel overwhelming. You might feel like you can't or don't want to talk to your parents or friends. That's when you need an ally. The team at Allies Therapeutic Services is uniquely qualified to provide the support, guidance, and treatment for children and teens. With a wide range of therapies to meet you where you are. Everyone needs an ally. Learn more at alliestherapy.com.
38-34 Broncos up by 4 as we head to the fourth quarter of this one. Wildcats with the basketball of Hayden High School out of Topeka. We're in Emporia for the Paul Terry Classic. BJ Harris along with you alongside me, Curtis Kaiser, as we look to wrap up the final quarter of day number 2. That's a shove off by Schweisler, and he's going to pick up an offensive foul trying to get that defense away from him. Bruce getting across the timeline. Broncos have done better with that pressure. Brown, just a touch pass from Freegon. Brown, ooh, they got fired up for that one. Just falls short. Got to keep the defensive effort on. Schweisler might have walked with that one. We'll go baseline. Wrap around. Open look at one for Becker on the way. Looks to be off the mark a little bit. Rebound by Bruce and ripped out of his hands. They're going to call jump ball and turnabout fair play there. I think we're even now on the jump ball controversy. Because I'd be equally upset if I was a Wildcat fan on that one. Quick whistles. Bruce?
When I was growing up, those jump balls were violent.
Yeah. I'm okay with that not being the case. Here's Brown. Broncos can be patient. Really make sure it's the shot you want. No reason to force anything here with a 4-point lead in the fourth quarter. Let's get past him. Miller. McAvoy, 3 on the way. Good! Peyton McAvoy, a big 3 in this fourth quarter. Quick timeout by Coach Bouchard. 41-34. A big shot by Peyton. It's a 30-second timeout. And again, we'll just keep it right here. Early season tournaments, this early stretch of basketball for all high school teams, but it's kind of odd. You don't have very many, you don't have a season where you play a little bit and you take a month off of playing almost, or 3 weeks off, and then start playing again. But how important is that for the evaluation process when you've got, really for the Broncos, a pair of teams that are still trying to come together a little bit?
Well, it's huge. I mean, you want to, I think not only as fans and broadcasters, we didn't know what we necessarily had, but what you can do in these early set of games is develop your identity. Like, okay, let's get some game tape. Let's figure out who we are as a team. What are our strengths? What are our weaknesses? And then, you've got a week there in between where there's a moratorium where you can't practice. But the rest of the time, there's practices where you can continue to hone in on what you can do to develop those strengths and kind of work to get rid of some of those deficiencies. So I think that's what we're seeing here from both Bronco programs is the finding out who we are as a team and what we need to do to get better.
Wildcats with it as we come out of the timeout. Little runner, should be a charge. No, maybe a little bit too underneath the basket might be the call. Jordan stays splayed out just a little bit longer in defiance perhaps, but
first team foul. At the line for the Wildcats, Mitchell will shoot 2.
So that's going to send Mitchell to the free throw line. Cade Mitchell to shoot 2. And he will miss the first one. You have to be on the board with Mitchell in this one. Jackson going to give Jordan Miller a brief break.
You see Jordan there telling Coach, I'm good, Coach. I'm good, Coach. Coach is like, yeah, you're coming.
Take a break. Get a break. You're going to need you for the down the stretch of this one.
Playing hard here. You're good. Not sure what we had going on here. Oh, another shoe tied. That's a deficiency. We could work on tying our shoe.
Velcro. I mean, let's just go to what. I don't know why that hasn't taken on better. And McAvoy get it across to Jackson. They'll break that pressure. They've done a nice job making the adjustment to that press break. McAvoy thought about another dagger. He'll pull it down. Broncos again. They can take all their time. Be patient here in the half court. McAvoy another one. 3 on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out by the Wildcats.
That's a charge.
No, another block going to be called down low.
Felt like he was there. And again, I don't know if he was square, but
they get McAvoy for his second team foul number 2 here in this fourth quarter. First one's good on the take from Becker. Becker's really given them a spark in this game. He doesn't have a ton of productivity to prove for it, but seems like he's been involved in almost every play. Knocks down both free throws as well right there. 41-37. Yep, there's that press, causing some problems up in front. Deester, layup with the right hand, good. Back to a 2-point game. This, when you feel like you got to put away, they do this stuff right here. That one poked out last minute, last touched off of the Broncos. It'll stay with the Wildcats. So back-to-back turnovers on that pressure, and Bruce going to check out. Miller will come in. Deester to try to inbound. Yep, there it is. Good defense on the inbound, causing that turnover. Break that pressure. Here's McAvoy at the free throw line. Little runner, no good. Again, you don't have to be in a hurry, Broncos, if you're with the lead. Rushing it just a little bit. Puts his head down. Rumbles his way in there. Does Becker. And Becker has tied this ball game up at 41 apiece. Broncos led 41-35. It's a 6-0 run right now for Wildcats. Hanukkah banged up a little bit.
Awful long pass there. Talked about that. Got to try to shorten those as much as you can. There's going to be
a block on McAvoy reaching in on the play. Oh, man. Caught him sleeping. Wildcats with the lead. For the first time since they led at the 5-10 mark of the first half, they've got the lead back here with 5 minutes to play in this game. Broncos out of sorts, better sort it out. Just save that one from going back court. Miller, McAvoy make this thing on the way. No good. And a rebound pulled out of there. Somebody's hurt.
Yeah.
Hanukkah was down there fighting with that leg, and
number
then
5, yeah.
He kept playing through it, and they never stopped play for him, and now he's down on the floor getting looked at, perhaps cramps.
Looks like that might be it. Just pushing on the foot forward there.
Well, injury timeout. Broncos have relinquished the lead. They led going into this fourth quarter, grabbed the lead 41-34. So led by 7 briefly. And now this is a 9-0 run. Since the Broncos led 41-34, it's now 43-41, so a 9-0 run that Hayden is in the midst of here in this fourth quarter. Less than ideal way to start it. Broncos just with that lone Peyton McAvoy 3 that gave them that 41-34 lead, so they have not scored really since the opening bell of this fourth quarter. And we are nearly midway point of it. And it's going to be Hayden basketball to boot.
Couldn't see that there, but they had a couple turnovers in the backcourt there by Jackson Bruce with the sophomore point guard. And
there's a trap you wanted right there.
Yep.
Another place for it. And now Becker, who's just hard to hold on to. Up and under, shot and the foul. Goodness gracious. And the rains, it pours. Freegon, I think, is going to get called for that one.
I'll finish my thought there. Coach Bouchard was going to put Jackson back in. The sophomore doesn't have a lot of varsity experience. He started to let him go to the game or to the scorer's table, then he pulled him back, and he was giving him some business here. But I think it was, hey, we believe in you. Play with confidence. You know, he was really trying to hype up the sophomore there, put him right back in the game. We'll see how he handles the pressure here.
It's now the largest lead of the game for Hayden, as Mitchell was able to make both. 46-41. Broncos need a bucket. Miller going to try to will him into it perhaps. Now he's dribbled into trouble. Outside for Jackson. Little runner. Shot up no good, but Giant Jackson is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
They called it on the floor.
Well, they called that on the floor before the shot, so will not be shooting two. Miller to get it inbound, does to Brown. Elevates, long jumper on the way, no good. Lack of patience with the Broncos had that 7-point lead, I think, is going to come back to bite them in this one. They are good defense there by Spring Hill. You can still get the shot you want. Bruce, go ahead. Off balance, he's fouled, he'll shoot two. The aggressiveness led to that. It was not necessarily the best take, but go ahead and getting it flipped up there allows him to go to the free throw line to shoot two.
Well, there definitely had to be contact there. For where we're setting, it didn't seem like a lot of contact, but Jackson Bruce isn't going to get that close to the rim and miss it by that far. There obviously had to have been some body contact in there. So way to go strong there by Jackson. Drawing some contact, getting the free throw line here, see if he can put him in.
First trip to the free throw line here tonight. He was 2 for 2 the other night against Emporia, and that one is about balanced on the top of the rim. That was as close to rolling out and just stopping right there. Here comes the second. Missed it. 46-42. And a foul going to be called out away from the ball, out away from the rim on Bruce. His third.
At the line for Hayden. Hayden Mitchell will shoot two.
Mitchell back to the free throw line. 2 out of 3 on the night from the stripe, all here in this fourth quarter for Cade Mitchell. Had a missed and one opportunity a moment ago. This one did the same thing his did, but this one rolled out. You know, the circumference of a basketball goal is double the circumference of a basketball.
Yep.
Just doesn't seem like it would do the things that it does. But
yeah. Rotation of the ball has something to do with it too, for sure.
Missed it. Missed them both. Big opportunity here for the Broncos to take advantage of those missed free throws. Miller leaves Becker on the deck. Jordan outside to Brown. There's McAvoy. Freegon pumping. Martin, baseline. Jumper no good, man.
That was a great attack.
Good job by McAvoy. Getting it back for the Broncos. Freegon, 3 on the way. No good. And rebound pulled out. They're going to get another one on Bruce.
I thought Jackson did a good thing there by tipping it and didn't see the contact. Must have been contact down low.
Picks up his 4th personal.
It's different when you go up for those and you have 2 hands up there and you make contact up above and it's easy to see. You didn't see, must have been body cocked down below. He really just kind of tipped it with one hand, which was a smart thing to do, but couldn't see the body contact.
He only has 3 fouls. I had him down for 4, but they have 3 on the board here, so we'll go with that. Missed it. Still plenty of time here for the Broncos, 47-42. Here's McAvoy. Now you've got numbers, 3-on-2. Take advantage of it. Free gone. They recover. Brown. Catch, fire, 3 on the way. No good.
Oh, that was good.
Time's going to start to wane here a little bit for the Broncos. Got to make your move. Have really controlled a good chunk of this game. Not really it's ever felt in control by either team, but Wildcats, a little flurry here. Here's a big one, and it's good. Good night. Mason Becker, man, that is the kid who won this one for the Wildcats. If this holds on, 50-42. Miller fouled. And that'll be the 4th on Hayden, so this will be on the floor as well. That was going to be picked up by Mason Becker. His 3rd personal, but Becker had 2 points at halftime. He has 12 here in the second half, so 14 for the game for Becker. Oh, Miller too fast, wound himself into the ground. Back to him. Hayden is selling out. Somebody has to be open. Now they get Jordan Miller for a walk.
Hayden's definitely turned up the defensive pressure here in the second half for sure.
He'll get it to Hanukkah. He was come back out of through the cramping issue he had a moment ago. Near side, Sweisler, he'll step up. Shot up.
Oh my goodness.
The shooting fouls have lacked consistency. He did have 4. They had this, the person keeping track of the personal fouls up on the school board has led me astray a couple times.
You gotta believe in yourself, BJ.
I do need to believe in myself. You're right. First one's up and good by Sweisler. His 2 threes in the second quarter, I think, allowed Hayden to have a little more confidence in that going into halftime. And another rebound. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Anthony. 51-40, 9-point deficit, the largest of the game for the Broncos. They've got a hole they've dug themselves into in this 4th quarter. We'll see if they can do it when we come back in 1 minute. You're watching Bronco basketball.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
A message from the Sonic Department of Research and Delicioussement.
Did you know your new favorite burger has hand-smashed patties made to order, hot and melty cheese, and a tangy sauce? How rude of me. Let me introduce you. The all-new Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic. You want to live free? The Fun 99 menu. Always $1.99 each.
51-42 Broncos have scored 1 point since they led 41-34 and have been outscored mightily 17-1 since that point. It's been a 17-1 run by Hayden.
I still question. The referee right in front of there did not call a travel, but the guy all the way across the floor blew the whistle.
Oh, Jordan trying to do too much, I think. Up in front, this guy, Becker. Becker came down a little banged up. No, haven't got to where he thought he would have some help behind him, and it was not there. Now McAvoy's got to get out of trouble, and he's able to do so. Of those 17 points, now 19-1. 9 of them have come from Becker. Good look there from McAvoy. Just go up quickly. He's able to get it to go. It's just a 9-point game if you're the Broncos. It's starting to get down to the short rows, but I've seen stranger things happen. I saw a 10-point deficit wiped away in a game won in regulation, down by 10 with under a minute to go before. That was wild. A lot of weird stuff had to happen. Here's Miller. He gets fouled on the floor. That's the start of it. Make the free throws as well, make a few stops.
Yeah, that's best case scenario. I got a chance to put points on the board, but the clock stopped.
Jordan will go to the free throw line. Miller just 2 points in this game. But he was 7 of 8 from the free throw line all in the fourth quarter the other night. And misses the first one here. Oh, just a bounce of the ball and ends up with Becker. Now still loose. Haneke comes out of there with it, and they end up with a fast break. Deester, layup good, and a foul. That's going to be on Ryan Jackson, his third.
Fouls called on Ryan Jackson, his third personal, at the line for the Wildcats. Deister will be shooting 1.
Coach going to concede this final minute, down by 11 here with McAvoy, Freegon, Miller, and Brown coming out of the ball game. Gah, Kirkner, Byer, Jackson, and Gah on the floor for Spring Hill as Deester connects on the and one.
Hudson just lost control of the ball there and forced error, but
out of the game goes Schweisler. Back in comes Heinen. What is going on? What happened?
Foul on Carter? Nope, Hudson.
Hudson Gah picks up his first personal foul.
I thought 4 was over there. Guess not.
If I'm in the final minute of a doubleheader and still don't know what constitutes a foul, there's a problem.
Yeah.
In my 22nd year of doing this in basketball game number 2000 and whatever, if I'm still watching and I can't tell you what's going to end up being a foul, then how can a kid know that?
Yeah.
Here's Jackson. Turnaround, jumper, contact, no foul. I think they were told not to foul. Brooks went ahead and did it, so they'll go to the free throw line for one more here. Well, much like we talked about with the Lady Broncos, the learning opportunities here are immense, and when you've got a ton of good to talk about, but you've also got that bad to reflect on, that's where you can really maturate as a team. And I think they'll have some stuff to talk about after this one, but not much time to talk about it. They'll be right back at it again tomorrow against Trinity Academy. Jackson will attack. He probably got away with a walk right there, but he'll put it up and get on the scoreboard for Ryan Jackson. Final score of this was going to be 56-46, just a rough fourth quarter for the Broncos. A really good game up to that point. They led 38-34 going into the fourth, but ended up falling by 10. 56-46 will tell you about how it happened. as we kick off the Team Young Realty postgame show. We'll recap that girls game briefly. We'll recap this boys game, and we will get back on the road as we will have a quick turnaround right back here to Emporia. 9:45 pregame, 10 a.m. tip with the girls and boys taking on Trinity Academy. We'll have that for you tomorrow morning. We'll wrap things up next as we kick off the Team Young Realty postgame show. The Hayden Catholic sweep of the Broncos tonight from the Paul Terry Classic. We'll talk about it next on the Team Young Realty postgame show on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Looking for a real estate team you can trust? Join Team Young Realty, your local family-owned experts in Spring Hill and beyond. Whether you're selling or buying, Team Young is here to make it easy. Looking to sell but don't have time or money to make it shine? Team Young will invest to make your home show-ready to get top value. And if you're looking to buy, Team Young is here to assist at every step. Team Young Realty, committed to bringing affordable housing to Spring Hill and the surrounding area. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation, 913-222-9843. Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stupid Go Brawly internet.
Go Brawly allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Back out here on the Team Young Realty post-game show. BJ Harris, Curtis Kaiser, as we wrap things up for day number 2 of this Paul Terry Classic. Again, we're right back here tomorrow morning, 9:45 pregame, 10 a.m. tip from this tournament as the Broncos take on Trinity Academy. Post-game show brought to you by Team Young Realty. When it comes to real estate needs in Spring Hill, join a winning team. Team Young Realty, committed to bringing affordable housing options to Spring Hill. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation, 913-222-9843. A winning team for Spring Hill, Team Young Realty. They had their ribbon cutting today, new offices there. Stop by and see those folks, and if you get ready to buy or sell your new home, you can go talk to them about what they can do for you. Well, a rough night out for the Broncos tonight, and they played 6 between the two teams. They played 6 really, really good quarters, Curtis.
Yeah.
But you got to play 8
to
win a game. And for the girls, it was the 3rd quarter. For the boys, it was the 4th. We'll talk about the boys. It's not just wrapped up, as the Bronco boys would trail early 2-0. They would grab the lead 5-2, and they would not relinquish that lead until about 5:10 to go in the first half. It was 20-19 Hayden leading. Broncos grab the lead. Spring Hill leads 25-23 at halftime. Come out in the second half. They are able to extend that lead a little bit. Never quite broadened it enough to feel comfortable. 38-32 late, led by 6 late in the 3rd quarter, led by 4 going into the 4th quarter. They led by 4 going into the fourth quarter. The final score is 56-46, Broncos lose. They led 38-34 going into the fourth. A 22-8 Hayden run in the fourth quarter put this one away and out of sorts for the Broncos. And so, you up to that point, again, that third quarter, they had really held serve against every run Wildcats had. You could see that flare from time to time that the Wildcats might be able to go on it, and it was really on the back of Mason Becker and Mason's 9 fourth quarter points and 12 second half points that really helped, 14 second half points that helped pace Hayden in this win, 56-46. Let's run through our final scoring here for the boys. Hayden, 16 points from Becker, 16 points from Jacob Deester. So 32 of their 56 coming from those two guys. 6 points from James Kuda, 4 from Connor Hanika, 5 from Cade Mitchell, and 7 from Cooper Zweisler. For the Broncos, lots of guys in the scoring column, 2 guys in double digits, 13 points from Evan Brown, 10 from Peyton McAvoy, 8 from Jackson Bruce, and 4 from Corey Kirkner, 3 from Martin Freegon, 2 from Jordan Miller, and 2 from Ryan Jackson in this one for the Broncos unofficially as they fall here, 56-46. Broncos fall to 1-1 on the year, and the Wildcats move to 2-1 on the year. As for the girls, they fall earlier tonight, 59-36. Pretty similar story where they were neck and neck with the Wildcats. In fact, this was a 24-20 halftime game for the girls, but a 23-8 third quarter put it out of reach, and then the Wildcats cruised to victory in this one. Again, final score of 49-36. The girls fall to Hayden. It is a sweep tonight. Broncos will try to lick their wounds and get back at it again tomorrow morning, and we will be right here to bring it for you as the Wildcats get the best of the Broncos. They'll take on the Knights tomorrow of Trinity Academy. Again, one more time, 9:45 a.m. pregame, 10 a.m. tip. We've got a full slate of action going on and tipping off right now over at varsitysportslive.com. Eudora, Baldwin, Paola, Lewisburg, and Tonganoxie all in action at varsitysportslive.com. So keep up to date with all the Frontier League with our guys. We've got high-quality broadcasts with professional broadcasters and, with the exception of us here, professional camera people.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not really. Curtis did a nice job. Curtis is going to come back with me again tomorrow, and we will see you then. Again, tough night for the Broncos. We'll try to regroup in the morning. Thanks for our sponsors. Thank you for everybody who joined us here tonight. For Curtis Kaiser and BJ Harris saying so long from Emporia. Final score on the girls' side, 59-36. Girls fall. On the boys' side, 56-46. Boys fall. We'll do it again tomorrow morning. You're watching Bronco basketball on Spring Hill Sports.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at varsitysportslive.com.